Appreciate this win for a number of reasons. Yeah, they were slop, suck, terrible. Oh my God. But you still came out with their. Listen, if the 49ers can play that bad of football and still win, that means you know how those Cinderella stories go. Only certain teams get to play that role each and every year. I don't even call it 49ers Cinderella story, though, because they got one of the best defenses in the league. But the thing is, when you can come to a game and play it that bad, I'm sorry, that's not the best football 49ers can play. I've seen them play better. Hey, we had one other game we won, and we weren't happy about it afterward, right? And people talked about us. 49ers are still whining even after they win. What game was that? I forgot which one it was. But we escaped, and we was mad as hell. Because oh man. So, we have those every now and then, I guess. So, I don't expect what I do. A lot of people are alluding to it. I watched the Dolphins game, part of it. I'm going to watch the whole game later. But, I was watching Tua get sacked 3 times in a row. I says, okay. Now, the Texans are a good defensive team. I says, if I can get Eric Armstead back next week, if Tua thinks he got sacked this game, wait till next week. And you've already got our people over there that used to be with us over there mad as hell. They can't wait to wait. So Mostert and Wilson plan on tearing us a new one. Woo, they are mad as hell. I didn't know that. But could they be doing, why would they just now say those things, though, prior to meeting the 49ers? Yeah, this is a much better team. And, and we actually got a quarterback who can sling it. They picked up the fans' narrative. You know what, though? That's good. Keep it coming. But the bad thing about it is the 49ers love those guys. Yeah, all the guys on the team, even Jimmy, he likes Wilson. He loves Mostert. So I'm sure he's not going to, you know what Jimmy is? He's not going to take it personally. The Bucs lost today to the Browns. Yeah, I was watching that. When I saw the Browns running on, you know what? Also, here's the thing. I've already got this figured out with the Bucs and 49ers. Jimmy G, I expect that to be his best game of the year. Why? Because he's playing against Tom. Well, more about that later. Listen, I need to see the scoreboard really quick. Not scoreboard. I mean this. I'm sorry. Stats. Jimmy Elliott, 26 of 37 today, 222, 1 TD. Give me some rushing down here. Yeah, here's the thing, fam. I said, people could say, we would run the ball. We need to run the ball. I told you, man. They tried to run the ball. You know what? Okay, let me run it down for you. Give me the rushing. Okay. 5 carries. Rushing. What? Oh, yeah, we go. Okay. Mitchell, 7 carries, 35 yards. Before they killed him and sit him on the bench. McCaffrey, 32 yards on 11 attempts. There wasn't no running out there. That's why we couldn't get our offense going on, because the offensive line said, please don't hurt me. That was the whole game. Wait. Let me just go real quick. Okay. Jordan Mason came in with 6 carries and did as much as anybody did in the first, because I guess they got tired. Jimmy Garoppolo had 4 yards. Debo had 2? I thought he did better than that. So, I knew we were getting our ass handed to us. I don't know how we won that game. Anyway, fam. Offensive execution. What do you think about the offensive execution today? Easy to answer that one, right? Shanahan's game plan and game call evaluations. He ran one good play, and he one great play today that I really enjoyed that was on time to fool everybody. When Mitchell ran to the end zone and we got called for holding. Worst call refs could have made all year long. The dude's got George Kittle Byard in Jersey. He's got his hand. This is illegal! He's got George like this, and George gets out of here. Oh, no, you didn't. Flag on you, 85. Oh, you mother, are you serious? Bring the TD back. Offensive standout players, defensive standout players, game ball awards. Offensive execution, it sucked. It was just butt awful. I mean, it just stinked all the way to the dump. It was awful. F plus. I'm talking about an offensive line that can't get a damn thing. They can't win one snap. I got my receivers running short routes because there's no time to do anything else, and that's the only thing they had available to them. Ayuk did a couple of good things today, so I'm going to give him some love, him and Jennings. The few times we did get loose, we did it. We did execute, though. Oh, the touchdown, though, was just a pure accident because Matthew was too short. God. So, no, I don't. Yeah, offensive execution, F. Shanahan's game plan and game call evaluations. Cal, given for what I see and what was going on, I don't know what you could have did different to call different. I didn't appreciate the under center all game long thing. That wasn't working. And you stand there and you watch it's not working and you kept doing it. Whenever you rolled out or did something like that, you had better results. But you refused to do it, Kyle. Offensive standout players, Jawan Jennings. Ayuk. Elijah Mitchell, I'm going to give you to you. You know why? Because that should have been a touchdown. The referee took that away from you. Defensive standout players. Talanoa Hufanga was everywhere today. Him and Fred Warner as per usual. Jimmy Ward was very key on a few plays. You got to pick between those guys. Defensive line, Nick finally got a timely sack when it was extremely needed. I can never make the call anymore on defense. We have so many good defensive players now. I don't even know who's doing the best job out there anymore. Game ball, I just gave that to JJ. Ayuk put us in great field position a couple of times. Because when we had time to execute, they were able to execute. Debo had a couple of great runs too today, though Debo did contribute. You make the call on that one. I can't. Because I'm looking at the importance of some plays versus others. Yeah. All right. Let us get to the phone. River fans, short and sweet. When I say we got to go, we got to go. Production is got a hair trigger. So when I say we're out of time, believe me when I tell you we're out of time, okay? Get it all in. I'm not going to interrupt you. Unless Fly Guy calls in, I'll have to interrupt him. Ronbo, we got to run the ball. Fly Guy just we tried to run the ball. We couldn't. That Saints defense was dead on it. Eric, get in here, Eric.
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
Hey, Eric. Long time, man. How you been doing?
Doing good. How are you, Ronbo?
Oh, doing great. You know, I survived a game that I thought we were going to lose at one point, but yeah, we're in first place now, all alone. Eric, go ahead, fam.
Yep.
What's your feelings on this game?
Well, I got three game balls to give out. Number one, Juwan Jennings.
Yeah.
I think when the Niners needed it most, they went to him. On that one play where he broke Chris Harris, that was just ridiculous. Oof. He broke the corner. The corner got so mad he pushed him out of bounds late. I mean, Chris Harris was salty about that play. He broke him. Yeah, and then obviously, defensively, my two game balls go to Hufanga and Fred Warner. Those guys played lights out. The two fumbles both created by those two.
That's right.
Hufanga and Fred were just lighting up Kamara all game. They did not let him be a pass catcher at all. So those two were a very big part of the defense being what it was today. This defense is legit, Ronbo. This defense is extremely, extremely legit. Now, I want to know what they're going to look like when they go against the Dolphins, because the Dolphins are a extremely legit team. They're fast out there. That's one of the biggest things about this 49ers team that worries me is speed, because I don't believe that we have that type of speed on the back end to cover up Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and things like that. But I think they're going to be able to be just fine. I think offensively, Ronbo, I think the biggest problem today was just timing. I mean, I believe the announcer said it. They didn't practice all week until Friday. So these guys their timing was off because they didn't have the practice in. Now, it sounds like an excuse, which it kind of is, but at the same time, you usually get that. You usually get those extra reps during the week that make the timing during the game.
Yeah.
And if you don't get it all week, you get it on the last day. Yeah, they did. They looked a lot better on last week. And they only got it Friday. So, I mean, it could explain why the timing was off today.
Oh.
But I mean, Kyle Shanahan's going to have to figure out a way to stay consistent. Jimmy Garoppolo has remained consistent, which is the biggest thing so far this year. And I think over the years, since the Niners became relevant in the playoffs, they've learned so many lessons during each season. But I think the biggest lesson this year is I think the biggest lesson this year is stop hurting yourselves, because at the end of the day, on paper, you guys are basically better than everyone else in the league. On paper, yes. I really believe, Ronbo, there's really no one in the league that can beat the 49ers when they're hitting from all cylinders. So I think the biggest lesson you have to learn this year is stop beating yourselves, because in the Super Bowl, they beat themselves. They were winning that game. They should have won that game, but blown coverage by Emmanuel Mosley that leads to them losing the game. The NFC Championship game, Jaworski Tartt drafts a pick that would have ultimately ended the game. They beat themselves there. This year, that's the lesson, is stop beating yourselves, and they're learning that, and I think it's going to be really big down the stretch, because at the end of the day, that's been the thing that the Niners has really hindered them from winning that ring, is beating themselves. So I'm extremely excited.
That level of maturity I was talking about in the first year when everybody said, we're going to Super Bowl 2019. We're going to Super Bowl. I said, oh, I don't know, guys, if they're ready. And they might make a good show in these playoffs, I'm hoping, but I don't know about a Super Bowl. And sure enough, experience killed them at the end. So, But fam, good observations as usual, Eric. Good to hear from you again, too. I tell you what, I'll be back tomorrow. All right?
All right, Ronbo. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Night, Eric. Yeah, good points. Hey, Kerry boy.
Hey, what's going on, Ronbo?
Okay, well, we're sitting in first place. That's the only thing I can cling to. I'm not happy with the performance today, except by the defense. But we're in first place as we got to watch the Seahawks lose. By of all people, the Raiders.
Yeah. I was driving. I actually saw it on my phone. I said, I know my uncle happy because he's a big-time Raider fan, too. And so he texted me right after the game. Yeah, he's a big-time Raider fan. He texted me and said, man, he said, thanks, he said, you need to thank us for that loss that we just gave you, Seattle.
I know. I got to answer them same kind of people myself. Raider fans, boy.
Yeah. And I said, we was already in first place. I just gave us a little bit more room. Now we got a game to play with, and we need that game for next week. So it's all good. But
talk about that.
Man, let me give out my grades. I think overall the team is a B. Just because the offense kind of went kind of stagnant. I think Shanahan started calling a little conservative once Jimmy threw the pick, and we actually got it back. It was, it was nullified by the penalty in there and all that stuff. So, but my game ball goes to Juwan Jennings. I think he was the best receiver on the field for us. And he came up with some big catches.
Yeah,
and everything.
The importance of his plays.
So, So you key in on all these superstars we got in position, and he's the unsung hero. There's always somebody new. That's what I like about this offense. You can't key in on nobody, because once you start keying on people, the one person you don't think about is the one that's gonna kill you. And stuff.
See, we ain't got no weak sisters out there in that receiving room. That's what's so nice. Even Ray can jump up and make plays now too. So
Right. So. Yeah, I like the way, and the defense has played outstanding once again. Four straight games without a score in the second half.
Shutouts. And this time we just did it from 4 quarters of shutout. Woo!
Yeah, the straight shutout.
But the Saints are sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Offensively, they are sorry. I didn't know they was that bad.
Yeah,
we should have beat them to death.
Yeah, but I think in this case, Ronbo, for once, in my opinion, I think we didn't play down to our competition. The competition kind of played up to us this week, because I underestimated the Saints defense. And I had a coworker; he's a real big Saints fan, and he's from Louisiana, and he told me, he said it's gonna be a struggle for us on offense, but he said our defense is top 5 defense. That's what he kept on telling. We might not show it on statistics or paper or nothing like that, but our defense come to play every day, every game. He was right, because
that Saints defense, boy, they would. And the thing is, our offensive line, they made them look like high schoolers. They just beat them up. I mean, he just slapped. Every time you looked up, one of the 49ers was flying in the backfield because he just got hit by a Saint. That's, oh my God, what hit him? Oh no!
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they offensive line, they defensive line really played. They defense actually played really disciplined. Like they didn't really give up a lot. They didn't take any gambles. They
No
just played
gaps.
nice, solid,
No
found
gaps
just
open. The
nice, solid.
secondary was tight.
You
It
know,
was, oh man.
yeah, they just played good fundamental defense. And I from what I can tell, all the games that we played, that's probably like the best defense we played against so far.
Guaranteed. Because
Straight fundamental.
and
Yeah,
Miami ain't got that kind of defense. I'm starting to get. You know
yeah.
what? Y'all lived through that. You can play the Dolphins. God.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, and the way they played that game, like, yeah, and it's good. That's going to be their best defense they ain't seen so far this year, I think. And
Yeah.
like now, the Rams out of it. Who else I'm thinking about?
Cardinals.
Tampa is like out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, Cardinals out of it. Tampa is hanging on. They might not even win that division if Atlanta, if Atlanta makes the playoffs, they make that loss that we had in Atlanta look pretty
Bucks.
good. And so,
Okay, well, we gotta go.
so
We
I
gotta
mean,
go. I'll be back tomorrow.
oh yeah, man, I can
We
keep
got
on
shift
talking.
short and sweet after the game.
Yeah.
I'm looking for you tomorrow night.
Yeah,
huh?
we'll keep it. We'll get more into it, man. We'll
All
get
right.
more into it.
Appreciate you, fam.
All right.
See you tomorrow.
All right, later, Ronbo.
Hey, Nigel.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo? How's it going?
Nigel, we just got past a very defensive team, and I'm a little worried about that because I know the Eagles are very defensive. Physical. So remember
Right.
that last time we played a physical team, we lost against the Falcons. That's the 49ers' Achilles heel. If a defense comes in there muscling our offensive line, we are going to be in for a fight no matter what they look like offensively. We are going to have to deal with that team. Oh, my God. Fortunately, the Dolphins ain't physical, so
Yeah.
I'm all right. But go ahead.
No,
What's your
yeah,
assessment?
no, they're playing. Defense is playing lights out again, but we're kind of playing against some of these kind of lower tier teams,
With no
So I have to feel that we're gonna kind of whoop up on them, and that's how I felt this week. That's how I felt when we played the Chargers. And our offense, for some reason, it's like, man, I understand they're playing tough, and probably some of these teams are playing the games of their lives against us, but
they did.
at the same time, I want to see a little bit more. I don't know what exactly is going on. I don't want to say their excuses, but their reasons, like,
Plenty.
maybe it was just kind of jet lag from last week,
Yeah, they can't
where
be
we
that
had to
weak.
travel out of the country and that
Yeah, I
type of
can't
stuff.
believe that
But
they couldn't win. As I said, I watched the offensive line lose on every snap. As soon as the ball was snapped, the defense was beating them up, knocking them down, dragging them around, grabbing Jimmy. I said, Jimmy got hit so hard today. He hasn't been hit that hard that many times one time this year. He got hit at least 6 or 7 times. One time
yeah,
it almost took him out. So I said, you know what?
they're-
This is not going to work.
I'm all right with it. I'm all right with it, considering the situation that we were in, kind of a shorter week out of the country, that type of thing. So it's all good. I just don't. I'd like to see that offense against an elite team during the regular season. That way we can know what to
Next
expect
week.
in the playoffs. Because when we get up in there into the NFC Championship games, second round of the playoffs, that type of thing, the way that
Next
offense
week.
is playing, that's
Next
not
week,
going to
Nigel.
work. So,
You've got an elite
yeah.
team next week, so
Yes.
that's going to be the real litmus test. Because the
Yep,
Saints don't
yep,
have an
so-
offense. If they did, they would have creamed the 49ers today because their defense is dangerous.
Oh,
but
hopefully not.
But the
Hopefully not.
Dolphins, that's another story. Let's see what they look like. Because from what
Yeah.
I've seen today, they can be taken.
But then again, you got to see what they look like against a real defense like our defense
You're
too.
right.
So,
Yeah.
it's our defense against their offense, and then vice versa. So,
Yep.
I'm not too terribly worried about the defense. I think they can hold their own. I just want the offense to not put them in position to where they have to make stops and we have to rely on them all the time. Just pull their weights, and that's it. That's all I want to see is pull your weight and try and make it seem like at least we have an opportunity and not make stupid mistakes. And not that they're making them now. That's just, what I want to see against the elite teams. So,
Well, yeah,
but
that's
anyway,
why-
I know it's short and sweet, Ronbo, but yeah.
'Cause the offense is embarrassed, but I got a feeling they're going to come back with a vengeance next week. And like somebody said, we're giving them excuses for being tired and out of the country and everything. But you know what? They can play better than that. And the defense came and played. So, we'll see what
That's
happens
true.
next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I got faith, Ronbo. I think we're gonna do good. The division, I think, is gonna be ours, and we're gonna make it. They just need to keep on. Jimmy continue to play like he's playing, because he's playing really good, and everybody else just needs to rally around each other on the offense. So as long as they can do that, we're gonna go far, man.
Yeah.
I truly believe that.
I
So,
agree.
but all right, thanks for taking my call, man. Have a
Thanks
good
for
rest of
getting
your
in there,
night.
Nigel. All right. Talk to you tomorrow if
Yep,
you got some time. All right.
Talk to you later. Yep. All right, bye.
And let's go up and check out Chill Pill Phil. Fresh off the tailgate. Phil might be still at the tailgate. Hey, Phil.
Hey, Ronbo.
Actually, it's been a long time since the game's over. You're probably at home
nail
now.
biter.
Oh, nail biter. Oh, that was just really scary. Man, their defense is tough.
But, the whole thing is people don't understand the Saints, they got like 7 starters that became healthy for the first time against us.
They look like it,
And
too.
so,
Oh, my God.
so their defense, they got a lot of guys like Cameron Jordan, guys back, and those guys back, which, made it really tough. And then we had the long,
Really
short
tough.
week.
Whew.
And, I think, I was expecting a low-scoring game. But
Were you really?
Not so much. Yeah, I kind of was.
And they got Tyrann Mathieu. I forgot he was even on that team, Phil. God.
Yeah. And luckily he's short.
Yeah. I know, right? Oh.
Yeah.
Woo. That was
But
close.
anyway, I thought it was a nail biter, and the Niners tend to have a nail biter now and then. But
Yeah.
God, the weekend worked great. The Bucks lost, which gives us, some breathing room of them behind us.
Yep.
And Seattle lost to the Raiders at home.
Oh, yes.
So,
Hey, what happened to
that
Cardinals?
basically is a 2-game lead for us
Yeah.
because we have the tiebreaker.
I know, right?
So, yeah, I think we're in really good shape. I think Miami, don't get over your skis on Miami. I think they've got a great offense, but their defense is questionable. And so I think we can score on them, and I think our defense will be able to contain their offense, and I think we can beat them.
At least
especially
to
at
a
home.
degree. Because I got to go back and watch all the the Dolphin games and see. They did lose a couple, right?
Yeah, they've got, I think, 3 losses.
Yeah, I want to know why they lost those games. So let's see if the 49ers can take advantage of that. But yeah.
And they're not a physical team either.
No.
So,
And if you're not going to be physical,
I
the
think we'll be
Niners,
fine.
yeah. Just don't come in here
I'm
playing
worried
Saints
about
football and
Elijah
Falcons
Mitchell.
football.
He went out and
You worried
didn't
about
come
what?
back.
Let's say it again.
Elijah Mitchell.
Yeah.
He hurt his knee again.
I know. Same knee?
And
I think
then
it's the same knee.
the other guy, Burford, hurt his ankle. I don't know what his status is, but we got Brumskill to replace him, so that's okay.
Yeah, who's going to back Brunskill? Oh, my God.
And then Devo with the hamstring.
We just have to live with that. That's always going to be a problem.
Yeah, I think that's just a natural thing with Devo.
He had a couple good runs, though.
Yeah,
Bad
he did.
hamstrings and all.
Yeah, he did. The guy I was impressed with was, towards the end of the game was the running back.
Jordan Mason, right?
Yeah, Jordan
Yeah.
Mason. He played really well. He was running with authority.
And
So
finding
I
the right
think,
gaps,
I
yes.
think that's a good sign for, if Mitchell's out for any time. So, yeah, overall, a win's a win. We'll take it. Our competition lost, which is good.
Yeah.
And maybe Green Bay can pull out a win over the Eagles and bring them back.
Not a chance.
the pack?
Hopefully.
Yeah, I know, but you gotta
Maybe.
wish, right?
I do badly. I'm praying. Phil, we had a great time out of the tailgate today. Let's see you tomorrow, okay?
Oh yeah, we always do.
Yeah,
I always do.
All right.
I haven't missed a Niner game since Harbaugh. A Niner game at home
All right.
since Harbaugh was coaching.
Here's Jill, Bill, Phil. Well, Phil, have a great night. I'm looking forward to talking to you tomorrow. I hope you got
All
some
right,
time for
yeah.
us.
My,
All
my
right.
voice is a little gone.
Oh, yeah.
And,
That's a lot of screaming on that game. Oh.
Yeah. Especially down near the end zone, our defense was shutting them down, and everybody's, hoping for the shutout and keep the shutout streak going.
And they made a mistake.
They
Boink,
did.
balls up in the air. Tell an old fucker. It's in the bottle. Phil, let's get the end tomorrow. Short and sweet after the game. But people are
All
waiting.
right, Ronbo.
All right. Night, Phil.
Take care.
You too.
All right. Bye.
Oh, man. Oh, Sharon.
Ronbo, what's happening?
Sharon, just, scariest game.
Yes,
Phil,
it was.
Phil just filled me in on. I didn't know Saints had guys that came
then
back.
I started calming myself down, so I was pretty okay.
That was scary.
Yes, it was.
Man. But they got away with it, and that's all that matters right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully they make some adjustments to do not look like that again this year, please.
Just like Phil said, I'll take that any day.
Yeah, we got Armstead's got to come back.
I believe we could have scored more points, but you know what? It is what it is. We have our off days. We have our good days. So
Yeah.
Can't be perfect all the time.
And we weren't.
So we shut them out. That's all that matters. They could not get into the end zone.
Your reputation's growing around the league. People are getting scared, Sharon.
Yes, it is. Yes, they are. So at the end of the day, my game ball goes to Jawan Jennings, Ponga, Fred Warner, and the defense because they played a heck of a game, and the defense won the game like always. But they'll fix it up next week when we go against the Dolphins, and that is going to really test us. But I think it'll be a close game next week, but I think we'll win by at least a point. Go.
Yeah, because the Dolphins can score.
We can beat them.
Yeah.
Because their quarterback was getting sacked.
See, that's what I was looking at. I said, wait a minute. Hufunga's getting, Tua's getting sacked. That's three times in a row. Oh, wait till next
and how
week,
about the
Tua.
Seahawks lost? I was so happy they lost.
I know, right? Against the Raiders. I don't like either team, and the one I wanted to win today won. Good.
But overall, I think, there's some things that Kyle needs to adjust, the play calling. I mean, something doesn't work, then why try to fix it? Go on to something else. You got other things you can work with. And Jimmy missed McCaffrey. He was wide open. Jimmy.
Oh, yeah. The best opportunity of the day.
You got to go to the other side, and CMC was like untouched.
Best opportunity all day. You know what? Like somebody said earlier, these guys are out of practice. They got 1 day of practicing.
I think maybe you guys traveling from Mexico back to Santa Clara. I think they were all tired out from that plane ride. But that's no excuse.
Basic AB play. That wasn't hard. McCaffrey was wide open, like you said. Oh.
Yeah, I was like on the side, like, throw me the ball, Jimmy. I'm right here. And then Jimmy wanted to go look to his left, and there's nothing over there when you could have looked to your right, and bam, he could have jumped in the end zone, and we could have had like maybe 20 to nothing.
And George Kittle, I don't know what him and Jimmy were doing. That one in the end zone that could have been picked.
Yeah.
And then you watch Jimmy and George talking over on the sideline. Listen, guys, I know you had 1 day of practice, but come on.
They should be really watching every of the players because they were holding George Kittle and who else were they holding? And they didn't call it.
I know. And they did call it on George, though, when he got caught in that holding match. Guys got George by the collar, and the refs blow a whistle on George. And that was a touchdown we had.
That they were winning. They couldn't get in the end zone.
We were in there until the ref called it back.
Field goal, that was funny.
Oh, you mean them?
The field goal.
Yeah. That's all right.
But I don't know. It was a good game. I'll take that win. So
they'll look better next week.
On to the next.
Yeah, they had to have this
week. Yeah, I think they'll fix it up. I mean, they didn't have no practice this week, so I bet you they'll practice every day next week.
And hard. Sharon, you and Bob, have a great night. We're going to go. I'll be back tomorrow looking for you, okay?
All right, Ronbo.
Night.
Bye.
Oh. And Tony says, game ball, Trent Williams, Fred Warner, Robbie Gould. Niners need to win out so they can start Trey Lance in a meaningless Week 18 game. That happens a lot. But you know what? Kyle acts like Trey's not going to play anything more this year. So they're probably going to try to protect him. So we'll see, Tony. Tony, thanks for the contribution. Hey, Chris.
What's up, Rumble?
Or even play Mr. Irrelevant in Week 18, if they got it out. Hey, Chris, I'm sitting here, man. I'm enjoying this mainly because the Hawks lost, too, and we escaped. But that was terrible. Just awful.
Yeah.
But the Saints are terribly offensive. Oh, just awful offensive. That's the reason we got away. But what are you thinking?
Yeah, man. I enjoyed it. The defense did it again, but the offense kind of
sputtered.
It's scary watching them, man. It's scary watching them. Sometimes they leave too much stuff on the field, man.
Left a whole lot on the field today.
I believe it have a lot to do with that Mexico trip, and they just played in that stadium, the winded situations, in the stadium, and so I know it was a little bit of exhaustion, there at times.
Maybe
we'll pick it up. I think we're gonna pick it up against the Dolphins.
Oh, guaranteed, because they've already set the table. The 49ers, if they're going to get set for somebody, it's definitely going to be for the Dolphins. Oh, you can look for them to come out really ready to play for these guys.
And Jimmy is still playing sharp, man. I got to say that, man.
Well, he had one.
And I was just sitting there thinking, I think Trey won't play till maybe next year. But Trey, when he do, if Trey be patient, if we can get McCaffrey to hang around for a while, I'm gonna tell you something.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean healthy?
Yeah. If you think that offense look dynamic now, and everybody's so afraid of the run, if Trey Lance can grab that playbook like Jimmy got it, and with his feet and Debo feet and McCaffrey feet, and you not knowing who's going to take off with the ball.
That's the best part. That's the best part because you don't want Trey running. That's what happened this time.
Right,
I really,
Kyle's
got to figure that one out. You can't be running him power right, power left. It's just too risky.
Take Trey. I used to question the part about running up the middle. Let the man get to the edge, and he outrun everybody.
A play breaks down.
Outrun everybody.
Yeah, play breaks down, let him run. But don't be running power right and left.
Yeah.
You're going to get him killed. Like you did.
Yeah, you're going to destroy him.
Yeah. So.
But I think we're in great shape, man. I think when it comes down to, like I say, we're the December, January boys,
I know, right? The money club.
No matter what weather it is, the physicality that we bring, nobody want to see it. Nobody want to see it. Because all that extra stuff, like people say, oh, this team got speed and this and that. But look, it get tough in the trenches in them playoffs. It get real physical, and it comes down to
lost. Yeah.
It comes down what kind of boom you gonna bring, and you got to bring it.
Yep.
The Packers found that out in the playoffs last year.
They find out
because of that cold. Man, look, if y'all ain't playing the type of physical ball that we play, man, this cold is gonna go against y'all. That frigid stuff that's going against the Packers.
Finesse don't work. That's right. Even with Aaron Rodgers, as good as he is, it don't work. We're coming to get you. If you can't run the ball, fam, we gotta go.
Man.
Chris, let me see tomorrow night. We keep it short after the game. I'm gonna see you tomorrow night. We go a little longer.
Okay, definitely, Ronbo, man. Always great, being on your show, man.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate you having you too. All right.
Always.
Chris.
Go Niners.
Yes, indeed. Ooh la la. Night, fam. And I see you, Jashad. Jashad, everybody tomorrow. Jashad says, what up? This first time I see the 49ers win a game like this in 35 years. Low scoring. Jimmy hang tough today night. Yeah, he did. And they beat Jimmy's butt out there, too. Boy, he's helmet to helmet, trying to break his leg off. Bobo! Besides the defense, my game ball goes to Jennings. Oh, yeah. He does deserve it, didn't he? Jennings was becoming that go-to guy because everybody else, the big blue-chip players are all being covered hardcore. And the Saints got a defense to do so. They took our main guys out. And Jennings, y'all ain't got nothing for me? I got something for you. Oh! Papa Dragon! Oh, do a PD!
What? Okay. Can you hear us? Come on, press something. What up, Ronbo?
Did you teach him to the Randy Savage? Hey, they do a good job too. I thought they was really put the strain in it, just right, because Randy could never talk, could get a word out without squeezing every single sentence. Bob, get in there, you and the Bam and Boom.
Ooh, yeah.
Are they adorable or what? The B and B. Oh.
Okay, let's go.
Bam Boom, y'all ready to go? Let's go. What's up?
My game ball goes to the big bad wolf, number 29, because he huffs and puffs and knocks the ball. Bam!
Was that Bam or was that Boom?
Bam.
All right. We're waiting for the Boom. All right, Boom.
My game ball goes to Mooney again because he gave up 0 catches. Mooney. Oh! Bubble.
Ow! Yes!
and my
right
game
too.
ball. Oh, Mama Dragon has a game ball. Her game
All
ball
right.
goes out to I believe it's Josh Jacobs, running back for the
Raiders.
Las Vegas Raiders.
No, Oakland.
Las Vegas.
Good call. I love it.
Now, my game ball goes out to Jimmy Garoppolo's health because Kyle Shanahan did him no favors today, sitting him up the middle against the best defensive line in the league.
Oh, I didn't
My
know
other
it was
game
gonna
ball
get
goes out to. My other game ball goes out to D'Amico Ryans. He's down 3/4 of his defensive line. And what can you say? This was a really dirty game. This just a game that was in the trenches, and it was going back and forth. And we just made more plays than they made. But you can't deny it. You cannot deny this is a championship defense.
4 shutouts in a row in the second half and 1 complete shutout. And nobody can equal that. Even the loud-talking Eagles. The Cowboys don't start.
I know people might be upset about the offense, but again, our offensive line was overmatched by New Orleans completely. And Jimmy doesn't have the arm talent to really get rid of that ball. They had him hold the ball way too long today. He was holding the ball 3-4 seconds. And he doesn't have that zip on the ball to really just get the ball wherever he needs to get it. That's what gives the Saints problems. So kind of a bad matchup for us in this particular case. But you know what? They still won. Yeah. And that's all that matters. So, but we got to keep Jimmy clean. He took a lot of shots to the head. He took a shot to the knee. And then Kyle Shanahan ran him up the middle.
Kyle, I'd have ran anybody. I remember that play. I'd have ran anybody but Jimmy. You could have gave it to anybody but Jimmy on that play. What are you doing?
Just put a Wildcat running back there, Ronbo. Just you're gonna do that.
Because they know you're coming.
Man, I swear, I saw Jimmy G's life flash before his eyes.
And Jimmy did too.
Those the 3 defensive linemen just
caved
in on him. I'm like, oh Lord, what kind of play was that?
And like you said, the offensive line was losing to their defensive line all day long. So you know that's what they're not going to win. What are you going to do? Boom, Jimmy, take the ball up. What?
All day until the end, when they started to get tired in the fourth quarter.
Finally.
Then they started letting some lanes loose up the middle. But
Jordan Mason. Fam, we got to go. We can talk about that tomorrow. Jordan Mason's going to have to play now, fam.
He's got to. They got to play both the young guys because Kyle Shanahan gets people hurt.
Hey, Pop, Bam, boom,
all right, man.
Mama Dragon. See y'all tomorrow, okay? Try to get in there early enough for Bam and Boom.
Wait!
I love the Jonathan. Get the Kardashians off of this. It's time for the virtual show going on at Papa Dragon's house. Pop, I'll see you tomorrow, fam. Bye, Bam. Bye, Boom.
Good night. Have a good night.
Was that Pop? He just went over the needle. Night, guys. Vader.
What's up? What's going on, Ronbo?
Vader, man, we're just sitting back here thanking the lucky stars that we got away from that team with a W. Oh, they stink so badly offensively. Even the opportunities they had, they still flagged themselves out and everything else. Can't take away from the defense. They were a little worn out. But you know what? Boy, I'm glad we got that W. We needed that today, especially after the Hawks lost.
Oh, that was fantastic, man.
I didn't even know the Cardinals lost, Vader. I didn't even know. They were winning when I last looked. What are you thinking?
Yeah. Oh, man, it just kudos to the defense, man. They stepped up, played a hell of a game. It's just Niners, man. Everything's always got to be a nail biter, huh? Especially in Santa Clara. Always with the Saints. It always comes down to the last play with the freaking Saints, man.
I know.
It's just what can we do? But again, we got the W.
Yeah.
Again, like you stated, Seattle lost. Fantastic. Hopefully,
Cardinals lost. Rams lost.
Rams lost. Hey, what happened to Mr. Bro? What was it? Masterpiece or whatever? Marketing guy.
Marketing pro.
He was on here, just the marketing pro. He was just on this chat, just talking smack.
Did he leave? Marketing pro left already?
No, he just came back. That guy's too much, man.
But he kills me.
But
he's the most amusing man of them all.
Oh yeah, that guy's 1 in a million, man. But again, Huff, man, Huff taking care of business. Played a phenomenal game. Warner made a mistake, but made up for it.
Yep.
And Boza got to eat today.
Yeah. Finally.
Not too bad. Yeah, and then off that long trip, Ronbo was just.
Yeah, I know. I got to give him slack. That offense is probably gonna look better next week. But I was just bothered. Vader, I just wish the offensive line. Sometimes where's your manhood? Why do you have to get annihilated on every snap? I realize they're a good defensive line, but come on, guys, you can win every now and then. They lost every snap. Oh.
Right. Yeah. And then CMC getting tore up in the middle. There, I figured they'd run it out on the outside a little more. But
especially with that defensive line, they don't run up to the gut of that. That's what they want you to do. Damn near killed 2 or 3 of our guys. Took Mitchell out, hurt CMC, damn near killed Jimmy, and Kyle's still running him up the middle. Oh.
But it sucks that Mitchell got hurt. But at least we get to see Mason, man. We need to have that third threat in there.
Yeah,
it's got to come from somewhere, Ronbo. So hopefully, he'll be able to get a little more snaps next week, and we'll have a third threat.
Because I don't think TDP will probably be back to backup. So it'll be, TDP, Mason. He'll be in there next week along with CMC if he's okay. I guess he's okay.
Yeah, because we got to run the ball. It's not going to work.
Oh yeah,
so we got to run. We got to.
It's predicated off that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
If nothing else, you got to have a balance. You can't just pass the ball, then you start looking like those other teams that are getting killed just passing the ball.
Exactly, just like the Saints did on 3 downs. Let's pass the ball.
They got Kamara. They don't even have it.
Oh yeah. But how about JJ coming up big, man? That was nice.
Oh, nice. God, he's getting special.
Yes, he is, man. Another threat right there, baby. All day, every day.
And just clutch. Happy, man.
Oh,
so we got something going there.
But I'm going to keep it short and sweet tonight, Ronbo. And again, I want to give a quick shout out to Tim, Coach Tim. Hopefully you're doing better, brother. Yes. Hopefully this win here brings you some inspiration in that Seattle loss.
Brought him up. Good point, Vader.
And he's in our prayers, brother. He's a Niner fan, and we're rooting for you, brother.
We are.
Shout out, big show, TNT like always, baby. And let it go on Ready Gold Radio, Ronbo Sports. And hit that like, guys, and subscribe. Hit that like. You have a good night, Ronbo.
You too, Vader. Appreciate you, fam. See you tomorrow. We're getting a lot of Vader these days. He was out for a while. Vader's back. Fly guy. Fly guy coming in, man. What do you think about this game, man?
Man, we sucked.
Yeah, we did. We basically did.
Oh man, and remember I was telling you yesterday. You was like, "Oh, I mean, not yesterday. Friday, you was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, the offense is gonna look different." I'm like, "Yeah, right." Like,
They
no,
tr-
no, it's
hey,
gonna look different.
but but check it out. They tried to run the ball, and the Saints said, "Y'all ain't running no ball up in here today. No, you ain't." And one of y'all gonna get hurt. And they damn near killed Mitchell, and they hurt CMC. They mangled up Debo. So it wasn't like they wasn't trying to run the ball. And then they tried to pass the ball, and the offensive line says, "Y'all ain't passing no ball today either." So it was rough.
That's what I was talking to you with yesterday. Remember, I was saying they're gonna stack the box, but Kyle should not run. He should pass first, and then you run. And he did it in one quarter. It worked when Mitchell went all the way. He passed, and then he hit him with a run.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying.
Those kind of runs you can do in the middle because everybody dropped back, but you can't.
And they
keep
called
running
it back. Remember that touchdown you're talking about? Called it back.
Yeah.
Hold it.
Really, is the play calling? We killing the clock. We're not getting enough possession. None of that stuff. It's like, and we play Dolphins next week. You know what quarter they took out they quarterback in the third quarter.
Tua?
They
should have took him out earlier than
in the
that.
third quarter.
He was getting sacked at a rate that he was going to get hurt. I can't wait to play.
But I'm just saying, I'm just showing you how much point they score in this first half.
Listen.
Dolphins scored a whole 30 point in the first half.
They did score. That's all they did score was in the first half. Listen, go. There is not. We have an offense compared to Texas. If Texas had a half offense, they might have been in that game because they was all over Tua. He got away a few times, but you know what? I'm looking forward to playing the Dolphins now. I was scared of them. I'm not scared of them now. I ain't scared. That's going to be a good game.
Yeah, man, but we can't be playing like that, man. I'm not confident. I'm not going to say, oh yeah, are we going to beat the Dolphins? No,
I ain't said that. But if you think they're going to just run off and the 49ers beat them up, I don't think so. You know what? Also, both coaches know too much about the other one, so that's why it's gonna be a close game though. I don't know who's gonna win. I don't have no confidence on it. Well, remember they didn't just come from Mexico and up in the altitude and everything. The 49ers had one day to practice. I think if the 49ers would have got back Sunday and got a little more work in, I think that really had something to do with the timing and things like that. Let's see what they look like next week, and then I'll get on the fly guy wagon of about how bad the 49ers play. I want to see them next week.
Same old Niners.
Yeah. We'll see. And if they don't, though, you got to admit that they was ready to play next Sunday.
All right.
And if they don't, if they look like they did today, Fly Guy, you're right. Boy, I don't know what they're doing out there, but they ain't playing no kind of football, and they got to reward it with a loss. Yeah, I can see saying that. Yeah.
We only scored what? 13
we didn't score.
Points?
No, we should have scored. We should have scored 3 more points than we scored. The field goal, we tried to get 4th and 1, and we couldn't even get 1. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. The 49ers, they just got their ass handed to them today by a better defense as far as the defensive line goes. We couldn't get to Andy Dalton all day.
One thing you got to remember about Kyle Shanahan, once he up, that just tell him to kill the clock more. That means there's not going to be not another touchdown. There's not going to be nothing else if he up by 10. That's to him, it's like he already think he won.
See, kill
the clock, get players hurt.
That's what scares me. You say he wasn't trying. That's what scares me worse. They was trying their ass off. They just got beat. Listen, let's talk about this some more tomorrow, okay? All right, fam. Have a great night. Hey, Derek. Come on in here, Derek. Short and sweet.
Well, Ronbo.
I know.
Some people just don't know what a tough-fought win is. Can we just be happy we won?
I know,
Why the
right?
hell does everything have to be a blowout?
No, you're right. We're lucky to have won that game. Really lucky.
Basically a short week. They have one day of full practice, Ronald. Come on, guys.
And it looked like it, too.
And ladies and gentlemen, come on, please. Just be happy we won the game.
And the offensive line just said, We got to play. I thought we played tomorrow. No, the game is today. Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, God.
We're lucky that Jimmy didn't get broken in half. That shot to the knee was the one that worried me because his leg really looked like it
took a hard hit. And all those other hits to the head, they stretched Jimmy out. And like Papa Dragon says, and then Kyle makes him run up the middle of that defense with all that beef that was just killing the offensive line. Oh, man. I said, why did you do that, Kyle?
To be honest, with the run up the middle, that he took less damage on that one than the helmet to helmet.
I know, right?
He took a few. Yeah, that was nothing. That was like a dog pile.
Yeah,
but that shot to the knee, I'm surprised. Yeah. Yeah. Hard fought win, Ronbo. Defense played lights out. Sometimes this is complimentary football.
I know,
you need
right?
the defense to show up sometimes, and they did.
Well, they did too.
And the one interception that Jimmy threw, that was bad pass interference. So I was happy with his performance due to the heavy pressure he was under.
I mean,
Jawan came down with a sweet catch. Brandon had some good catches. Yeah, exactly, for sure. Ball definitely goes to Jennings on offense. And you got to give it to Huff. I mean, I've told you week after week when I've called in, I really like him and Gibson as a duo. They play so well off of each other. I mean, so well. So you got the vet, and then you got the young lion. Hufanga is nothing to play with.
He's amazing.
I heard that Mitchell's the knee it's the other knee, not the one he was out with previously.
Oh,
so we'll see what the signs come back. It's not looking as bad, I guess, as the other one, but we'll see what happens. But I have faith in our the rookies. I have faith in them.
I know, right? Did you see Jordan Mason?
Especially Buck Mason. Call him Buck Mason.
He looked good though, didn't he?
So I mean, you got to have these tough wins. You have to have them, Ronbo.
Well,
Everything's not going to be a blowout.
Yeah, we're not the only ones who had these.
Seattle
kind of
lost. So yeah, the Cardinals lost as well.
Yeah.
So.
Rams. Everybody in the division lost. Except us. We clearly are the cream of the NFC West.
Holy cow! The Saints defense is no joke. That's the other thing.
That's what I kept telling people all during the program, all during while I was watching the game. And listen, if anybody thinks the Saints defenses are a bunch of wimps, look closely. They are pounding the 49ers. Pounding them.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I mean, good win, Ronbo. We got to keep it going. So I'll try and get in here tomorrow night. It was a good win, everybody. Be positive.
Yeah.
Be happy we won.
And then we only sustained the aches that we did. All right, fam. Appreciate you, Derek.
Yeah, exactly.
See you tomorrow.
Have a good night, Ronbo.
You too.
W.
Thanks. And yes, it's time for some Latino heat. Latino heat. Latino. Hey, Emilio.
What's happening?
We escaped. The bad thing about it, we got hurt escaping because we don't know Elijah Mitchell's how he's gonna be. And Burford.
Well, at least we got Jordan Mason. That's a good thing.
Ain't he fun to watch? He ain't Elijah Mitchell, I don't think, but he looks promising.
Yeah, he looks pretty good. They ain't nothing too much to worry about.
No. I think we'll look better next week. Maybe some truth to them coming out of Mexico and didn't feel like playing because they didn't look like it.
I just know tonight Jimmy better be thanking the hell out of that defense.
Shoot, Jimmy needs to thank a lot of things, including Jawan Jennings, because they took everybody else away. Ooh, that defense is better than I thought.
I was like, oh, Jimmy hasn't thrown an interception. Then he throws it. I was like, oh, luckily it was a flag with that. Other than that, hey.
Yeah, he's back to Jimmy's got to stop throwing. When you're under that kind of pressure, Jimmy, just eat it. Just eat it.
No, he was. You could tell he was flustered and nervous after those few hits. He didn't want to throw that ball no more.
Yeah,
he didn't want to hold that ball in his hand too long. I said, "Oh yeah." He's like, "Yeah." He's playing scared. You could tell too. He was playing a little nervous there. I said,
yeah, I tell you what, I never been hit by anybody.
He didn't want to keep getting hit. I mean, I get it, but I was like, "Yeah, you can't be playing like that." There was a couple of overthrows, underthrows. I said, "Yeah, you playing a little too nervous. You shouldn't be doing that." Like I said, I get not one quarterback wants to get hit, but dude, you got to play better than that.
Or be like Matt Stafford, though, laying on the ground face down. Quarterbacks, man, I tell you, that's a scary job. Because, But
you got to know, being the quarterback, you're going to get hit no matter what. Either if it's a complete pass, they're gonna hit you no matter what. That's
He got a couple off that I don't know how he got off, and as soon as the
No,
ball
he
left,
did. I'm
he was
not
laying.
getting too much for it, but
No, I'm just saying
he
he
like I
got
said, he
laid
could-
out, like you say. As soon as that ball was out, he got laid out.
So yeah, he started. Like I said, it kind of killed drives because you could tell he was playing real nervous. So I was like, I said, here goes Fluster Jimmy. I said, it's either gonna be a good thing or a bad thing. I said, yeah, Carl has to keep the ball away from Jimmy because you can kind of tell he was kind of, like he was flustered and nervous, not trying to get hit. But I was like, I hope we don't lose this game.
Came close.
You could, like I said, you can tell Jimmy was just not. He wasn't all there today. But luckily our defense pulled it out, and it was a good win.
And also give some thanks to the Saints offense, who played the worst game I've ever seen offensively. They were just awful. They had a touchdown.
Oh no,
they got
were bad.
flagged.
They were bad.
I mean, they were really. Oh,
they were getting flagged left and right. No, they were. They were. But for the most part, this was a defensive game. It was defense on both sides of the ball. So, I give them that. It was a good defensive game from start to finish. We would like to see more points, but that one guy that said he hasn't seen this in 30 years. Where have you been, dude? We beat the Redskins 9-0. 2 years. 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, 2019. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, talking about 30 years. I was like, well, you been in under a rock for the last couple of years?
Oh, you know what? It was the best game. I think he meant for the intensity. Because, that game went 4 quarters of nail biting. My God. I mean, look, we're going to have to wait. Let's continue tomorrow, though. All right?
But no. All in all, it was a good game. It was just, some of the parts were hard to watch. But it was a good game.
That was terrible.
Onto the Dolphins, I think some of it was because maybe you say it was a short week, but other than that, they should be ready for the Dolphins.
Yeah, they'll be pumped for them, and they don't play such physical football like the Saints, so they should be better.
Shit talking that Raheem and Wilson was talking, we got to hit them in their mouth. We got to give them payback for that.
Damn. All right, Emilio. See you tomorrow, fam.
All righty. You have a good night.
You too. And the video. GD. No, I love it. GD says he's a Hawks fan. He still believes they're going to win the division. You guys still play the Chiefs? You got to play us? You got no chance. Diego Montez says, traveling from Las Cruces to San Jose this weekend to watch Dolphins game at home. First home game of my life. Oh, do you think they will? They will flex. Diego, I think you will have me for a pleasant surprise. I have a feeling the 49ers, mentally, I think the 49ers check out. I think they played pump in Mexico against the Cardinals because the Cardinals do well against the 49ers, and they finally had them their ass. And they love playing there, and they don't want to go out there and embarrass themselves. Playing the Dolphins, everybody knows the Dolphins are supposed to be badasses. Watch what happens next week. Bethel just came in.
Yep, I came in.
Bethel, give me some of your feelings on this ball game. Short and sweet.
I just seen half of the game because I had to go, reconnect my phone and go through some stuff. And I said it on Friday that this is going to be a decent battle because the Rams played one defense and we played a different defense. We played all the starters. The Rams played all the backups, and they still lost to the backups. So, that's why I said
you mean against the Saints?
Battle. Yeah.
Last week? Yeah, but you know what? They were able to move the ball, and they were getting in the backfield, and they were taking Dalton down. We couldn't touch Dalton today. I said, wow, I didn't expect this. And then their defense, our offensive line, they couldn't stop that rush. Not one time did they stop that rush. And I said, man, I didn't expect this.
It's because like always, the referees always help them out.
And then that didn't help either. God.
Yeah, because I just seen that hand all up on Kittle's jersey and everything. I'm all like, hey, ain't that holding, defense holding right there?
You know.
And you're not throwing a flag on that?
And then when George jerked him off, get off me, and the ref threw the flag on George. I was like, oh, my God. That was a touchdown, ref, you just called back. Oh.
Yeah, so it was like they, that looked like they were doing this on purpose. I don't know if they wanted to make, a game out of it or what they wanted to do. But
Bethel, it wasn't Sunday night or Monday night. They could call the game straight up. It wasn't prime time.
Yeah.
Oh, the ref's just terrible.
Yeah. It was officials. They were terrible. They were no good. But at least our defense showed out, and like they always do, and
got a record going on. I wonder how long they can go.
Yeah.
Bethel, if they shut out the Dolphins next week, every team in the league will be put on notice. If the 49ers, be scared. Be very scared.
We have to do something because, remember, Robert Saleh's Jets beat them. They put 40 points on them. So we have to put 40 points
Bethel,
on
say
them.
that again. The Jets beat the Dolphins?
Robert Saleh put, yep, they did. They put 40 points on them.
Was Tua playing? No.
I don't remember.
No, he hasn't lost any game that he started and finished in.
I think he was probably out. I don't remember. I'm not sure.
But Bethel, here's the thing. From what you just said, 40 points. The Dolphins' defense is not all that. Now, see, they're not as physical or rough as the Falcons, or definitely not as rough as the Saints. So, it could be interesting. We'll see.
Yeah, because the only reason they're putting a lot of points is because of offense, and they keep that defense on the other side off the field.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's why. But when they play a good defense, they don't score a lot of points.
Mm-hmm.
They don't, do what they need to do.
Bethel, did you see Tua? They sacked him 3 successive plays in a row. I'm sitting there, really? You think the Texans are bad? I'm starting to feel a little pumped up about this.
It's because remember, they don't want his quarterback running the ball or anything like that. They want him to sit in the pocket. That's why you can sack him.
Well, tell you what, Bethel, we're out of time. We're going to get into this tomorrow. Everybody's going to be talking about this. I got to watch that game again with Dolphins. So
that was a good birthday for me. At least we got that
that's
job.
Right. Today's your birthday, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're ready to sing. Always so they are ready to sing. Wait. A little birthday singing juice. And happy winning Sunday birthday to Bethel. Happy ooh la la. Happy Niners. To Bethel on this winning Sunday. Yeah.
Thank you, Ronbo.
So welcome.
Hit the like and subscribe, and let's go Niners.
That's what I'm talking about. We got through this nasty, ugly win. We're getting ready to win big next week. All right, fam. I'll see you tomorrow on Victory Monday. All right. Hey, Howard. That's the Growling Dogs. That was most of the Saints. Howard, I don't ever want to see another. But even big dogs run from them Chihuahuas. Back him up. Let me go back.
He's like,
I know, man, bouncing all off the floor, eyes bulging all out. Hey, Howard, man, that was the nastiest, strangest. 49ers actually got their asses handed to them win of the year.
what did I tell you? Didn't I say this the other day?
Yeah, you called it a low-scoring game. There's 2 or 3 people who knew it was going to be low-scoring. Oh, he was absolutely right. My goodness.
I said the Saints was going to keep it close.
Boy, if they had an
Especially if the
offense, they would have
offense
won.
Didn't kick. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, man. This defense that we went up against, man, a lot of us really, really underestimated the Saints.
They didn't look like that
It's
last
like-
week. Howard, I was watching them play the Rams. I said, oh, yeah, we got this. And they came in today, and from what I understand, some of their players came back off the injury list. And boy, did they come back. Boy, damn.
Yeah, it was tough, man. Like, it was tough to watch. It was tough for me. I love defense, but you know what I'm saying?
Not
I
for
felt
the other
for
team.
Jimmy a little bit.
Oh, they beat his
I
ass.
felt for Jimmy. He was getting his
They tried to kill him.
whooped. I was like, damn.
Hitting him all in the head. Then they tried to break his leg off. I said, what? He got one roughing the passer call. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't thrilled with the offense at all. It was
wasn't
very
none. Well, they had a few plays.
mediocre.
Jawan Jennings.
It was beyond mediocre. I'm sorry. It was.
It was sorry.
It was trash.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no else to say. Is like, again, this offense is so inconsistent, man. And I don't care. Well, Mexico's shitty, bro. I've been seeing other teams come from London and Germany and come back the next week and still play like nothing happened.
Hey, didn't that happen?
So, I don't know.
Brady and company, didn't they win last week?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they flew farther. And Mexico's closer than Germany. So the 49ers, you know, but they had 1 week. Was it a Monday night or Sunday night game? But it doesn't matter if it's in Germany.
Matter.
I mean, you know, damn.
Yeah. Even if he's playing in Arizona, he still had to travel anyways. So.
You know, they had 1 day of practice, and so I'm gonna let them off. They look like that next week though, and they're gonna get talked about bad. You know.
Yeah. It's yeah, man. You got to put some respect on Tua's name, bro. You asked why the Dolphins lost those 3 games.
Mm.
Well,
he wasn't playing.
He wasn't playing in.
Yeah.
There's a huge drop off from Tua
To
and
whomever
Skylar
is on the roster. Yeah. No, I ain't
Skylar
saying nothing bad about
Thompson.
Tua. That's why I just questioned. Tua wasn't playing that game.
Got to put some respect on him. The defense is not as bad as you think either. Like, yeah, you know, this teams they put points on them. It's usually the guys that have mobile quarterbacks.
As long as their defense doesn't look like the Saints or the Falcons, I'm okay. Because the 49ers
This team,
can
remember
move.
this team beat the Bills.
The who? The Bills?
Dolphins.
Yeah.
They beat the Bills.
Yeah,
So,
I remember I was watching that game. Why? That was the first game of the year, right? Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah. Second week of the year. Second week of the year. Yeah.
No. I don't remember what week it was, but I
No,
don't
because the
think it was
Rams,
game.
the Bills beat the Rams to death in week 1. And then in week 2, they went and they played the Finns. And the Finns beat them. I was shocked. But I said, you know what? You can't have Waddle and Hill on the same team, okay? So anyway,
I'm gonna say
how we got to go though. We'll go a little longer tomorrow night and get into this. We're going to start talking about the Dolphins anyway. There's a whole lot to talk about with them. Anyway.
Oh, we love it. I'm saying,
Sir Howard, my dude, my dog. I'll see you tomorrow, man. Peace. Yeah, that's right. Dolphins beat up on them. But you know, I need to go watch that.
Ronbo.
I'm trying to figure out that one too. Hey, Bill, come on in, Bill.
Woo! I knew it was going to be close. I knew it was going to be close.
Bill, honestly, they should have lost.
I'm glad they didn't score a touchdown.
The Niners got manhandled. They should have lost. They really should have. The Saints have the worst offense I've seen in a long time. They are just awful. You got Taysom Hill and what's his name shuttling back and forth. They're just really a bad offensive team. That's really awful. And
I'll make this clear. I'm going to make this clear. The referees can't stop calling. They won't call roughing the passer. So instead of worrying about signing OBJ, we need to go sign 2 low-rated quarterbacks
to throw a ball at the referee's head, okay? When we play with Jimmy, and they don't throw a flag against Jimmy, substitute, snap it, and throw it right at the referee's hands. So when they get ejected, they can get the hint. All right, you don't want to throw a roughing the passer. How does this feel to get hit in the head? Punk.
Twice, really vicious shots.
Right.
The only reason they call that one on the leg, and they shouldn't have called that one, Bill. Jimmy was out of the tackle box.
Right.
Refs are terrible.
Well, they're not calling the plays they need to be calling. So, and I'm not going to blame the refs. We won the game, but just so that we don't get our quarterback injured. That's one thing I'm worried about is not having Jimmy go down. I thought he was out. I'm like, oh no, a win with Jimmy out. Oh great, there goes the season.
Yeah.
And you know what? And I'm thinking, when we just sign 2 low-rated quarterbacks that don't mean nothing, chunk it at the referee's head when they don't make the calls right, and maybe they start making the calls right. You notice the attitude change real quick on those referees when they start getting hit.
And make sure he's got a really good arm, so when he hits that ref in the head, he'll have that ringing will be in his ears for a week.
Right. And teach him, don't mess with us. Stop this. Call it right.
Jen, don't pay the fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, pay the fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. So we get this W, so that you start ejecting the players who need to go.
Well, I look for the 49ers to rebound next week. They'll look better next week because they know they look bad today. They know it.
They look bad, but they still won. And Norb, how does it feel, buddy, for your Seahawks to lose to the Raiders? I heard you cry at the end. I watched your last video just to see how you would feel. I didn't get a chance to troll you, but hey, your team's not going anywhere. No, you sea chickens. You know what? I think I need to go get some seabird tomorrow.
Wait. Hey, Gene D, are you still here? Is Gene D still here in Young Montana, who's rooting for everybody but the 49ers? Yeah. Guys, don't give Young Montana a break. Get all over him. Turncoat.
Right,
Young Montana's rooting for everybody but the 49ers and claiming to be a 49er fan.
How
much does that
Young Montana, you don't even got a team. You're team homeless, man. You were bandwagon fan.
He is. He's just out here. He doesn't represent anybody.
No, but himself. And don't even, you know what? I'm offended by that Montana. You need to be calling yourself Young Turkey. Not Young Montana. Get that Montana out of your name.
Yeah,
You're not a Niner fan.
You're not a Niner fan.
That is offensive.
Yeah. Change your name to Young anything.
Offensive.
Young Foolish. Call that. But don't call yourself Montana. It's an insult to every 49er fan on the planet. You're not a 49er fan.
You know what, Ronbo? No longer refer to him as Young Montana. Refer to him as Young Turkey.
I like that better. The young wait. We got a refugee. The young refugee, right? He doesn't have a home.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
Young refugee. That's better. Hey, you know what? Give me a 49er shout out. I'll see you on Monday when you're on.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in earlier. I always say that, but I'm definitely going to get in earlier tomorrow. A lot to talk about. Are you ready? Bill, Big Bill. See you tomorrow, fam.
And young refugee, get a home later.
No, any place but here. T-Flow.
Hi, Ronbo.
Hola, Ellie.
Hola.
Ellie, we just.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Hey, we got to win. You know, it was nasty. It was not anything to be proud of, but we did it. We're first place, and now get well, get some practice in, and go out there and show everybody that you're worth being called NFC West champion. Tifo, what'd you take from that game, man? Anything you want to say? We're taking shots at our own team tonight. Except for the young refugee who does it all the time. But, what are you thinking? My God, that was terrible.
We have a Super Bowl caliber defense. Too bad our offense is not consistent to match up with that defense, because we have a legit defense that can win the Super Bowl. But we need
4
to put
shutouts
points
in a
on
row,
the board because New Orleans defense was ranked 27th.
Not tonight, they were, Tifo. Tifo, you know what? They had guys out. I heard they had some people come back for this game. I didn't even know about that. Tifo, defense would have beat anybody.
They didn't get that their number one corner, Lattimore, he wasn't back. So, we had
what's that do, Harris Jr.?
Our offense. Yeah, we had our offense already, and we still couldn't put up points to a defense that was injured and who hasn't really played that much football, they're not in football shape.
Tiflo, tell the truth. Did you see that defensive line against our offensive line? Who do you think was winning that?
Oh, well, put it like this. If we can't stop them, how are we going to stop defenses that have a defensive line?
I'm worried about that. I'm worried about that now. I really am.
Right?
Because that offensive line got exposed. They got manhandled. They got womanized. It was awful. Every snap they got beat. I'm watching Mike McGlinchey laying down on his back right below Jimmy G's knee. I said, what? Who hit him? God.
This is scary because Atlanta's defense was ranked 29. You see what our offense did against them. Couldn't do nothing.
And did you also see what their defense and see what the defensive line did against us? Also their run game. There are certain teams you have the right formula to beat the 49ers. If you got a great defensive pass rush, you can get to the offense and you can get to them quick. And the Atlanta Falcons, if you're physical, your 49ers are going to have to. I don't know what they're going to do to adjust that. Eric Armstead's got to come back as Javon Kinlaw, too. We need some muscle.
Yep. Then you got Miami's defense. They're ranked 19th. They're in the middle of the pack. They're just one behind Kansas City. Kansas City's ranked 18th in their defense, and look what their defense did to us.
They're good, but they're not scary. The Saints are scary.
No, actually, they do got some nice pass rushers though. They got some elite pass rushers.
But they don't have four guys that look like they weigh 300 pounds and quick. This is what hurts the 49ers. Our offensive line is built for the run, so they're light and athletic. So if you got a really big, bad defensive line like the Eagles do, which is really worrying me, that's a danger.
Yeah. And not only that, is that they got for some reason, why is it when Kyle Shanahan, he does some nice plays that he does that are, that give light to the offense, like he did against Arizona, where he's throwing all kinds of trick plays, reverses, and all this, and the next week he goes away from that.
Well, because our offensive line was holding those guys. Remember last week? Our offensive line, I was thinking they were good. They did a great job against the Cardinals pass rush.
Yeah, but where was the reverses at? Where was the reverses? Where was the rollout?
I don't know. We couldn't
every
run.
Time, I think there was a couple of rollouts that went for a pretty good yards.
I know. I don't know.
And why didn't he go back to that?
I don't know why.
Because that's the best way to beat a defensive line. Is you have to move the launching point. You have to do the waggles. You have to do the rollouts. You have to do the bootlegs.
I know.
Like how come Kyle doesn't?
I have no
switch
idea.
to that.
I have no idea what he's thinking. I have no idea.
And not only that, this is the second game in a row just because Elijah Mitchell got hurt. Hopefully it's not bad with his knee. But this is the second time Jordan Mason is bruising the line.
Good, didn't he?
Yeah, this is the second time in a row. Hopefully this, let's say if Elijah Mitchell's healthy, you got to put Jordan Mason in to hurt that defensive line, wear them out, wear out the linebackers. So you put in,
he may have earned a little respect today, T-Flow. We might see him next week, at least as a third back. Maybe.
I hope so.
He was the third back today, come to think of it.
But then again, this is Kyle Shanahan. How many times do we see Kyle Juszczyk be integrated in the offense, and the next week he's nowhere to be found?
I know.
Same thing with I'll throw in Ross Dwelly whenever he goes.
I can't remember the last time Ross Dwelly was in there. I keep forgetting him until you mentioned him.
The fullback.
I know.
The fullback. Once Juice got hurt, he went in the next week, balled out,
and had been seen since.
Yeah.
T-Flow, we got to go though, fam. But you and Allie, I'm going to see y'all tomorrow night. You know how we do after the game. Keep it short. So,
let's get a little Nana shout out, Ronbo.
T-Flow and Allie. See y'all tomorrow.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
All right, Ronbo, have a good night.
Night, fam. Hey, T-Flow. T-Flow. Oh. Shabazz!
I like bringing
Ronbo.
Shabazz, weren't you one of the people who warned us about this not being no blowout?
I said take the under.
That's right. You said take the under. Oh, you was right.
But don't nobody want to listen to me. Do what he do, man.
You know.
This is what I do, Ronbo. I mean, this is what I do. I'm a professional at this.
Shabazz.
Okay.
Boz, I still don't know what happened. I was watching the Rams and Saints last week, and both teams just running up and down the field, running the ball, passing the ball. They're doing anything they want to do. And in the day, y'all ain't gonna do that. Saints just came in and said, we're shutting this machine off right now. Your offensive line, you better get them little girls out of here and get some men in there if you want to win this game. I said, man, this ain't good. Man, they just beat. Oh, they knocked. Damn, they killed the 49ers.
This is the NFL. This is the perfect example today. Brady lost to the Browns, okay? Everybody didn't see that coming. Guess who's seeing that coming? I did. Right now, Green Bay is up on the Eagles. The NFL is the NFL. Just because the team is down.
Wait.
Even the sorry.
Oh, my God. Did you say the Eagles are up? Let me go get my scoreboard up. I got to see this.
Yeah, no, the Packers are up 14-13. Okay,
it's a strange Sunday.
The NFL. It's the NFL is the NFL. Stop thinking every week you're going to get the same thing because the team is going to play you a lot harder. Now that teams aren't in, okay, like the Chargers is still trying to make it, where the Cardinals is trying to be spoilers, teams are going to go for two. Teams are going to try to cut your jugular. Nobody like knowing they can't be Cinderella and be invited to the dance and stop you from coming to the dance because they're going to try and stop your butt from coming to the dance, period. They don't want you there. If I can't go, what's the best thing? Stop someone else from going. And now.
And that's right, because if a team ain't got no respect because they're losing, it ain't got nothing to lose. And if you're out there talking smack on the other side of the field, it inspires them. So I know what you mean.
And right now, we all should be rooting for the Packers because
I am.
Look, the first or second seed, we should be trying to go for. Right, it's 49er fans, okay? Second, to think that the Saints with a good defense wasn't going to score, but I predicted this. I told everybody that we would shut them out.
I
said it was going to be a shutout, Ronbo.
You did, you too.
I said it would be a shutout, yeah.
But I feel sorry for the Saints. With that good of defense, got no offense.
None whatsoever. And I tell you what, who everybody, my game ball goes to Bufunga. What a hit, Ronbo. What a hit.
Perfectly
timed. That changed the complexion of the game.
Absolutely.
Like, this guy.
Because they was coming in.
He's growing up in front of all our eyes to be a great football player because his instinct, not only that, he had another key tackle earlier in that game where
stopped him at the 3 or 4 yard line? Yeah. He made
No. When he got that, he got a dump off pass. As soon as he turned around, Hufunga was all over him.
I mean, I remember that. Just drove him into the dirt. His instincts are better than any. I don't care how fast you can run. Hufunga, his instincts make up for all that speed somebody else has. He knows where the ball is going, and he will be there. And with authority. I'm talking thumper. Bam!
Right. So you got to appreciate that. And, I know it's a short day today, short and sweet.
Right,
and I'm not worried about Miami. Like I said, we know their defense. And, Jimmy is going to come back, and we're going to put up some numbers next week.
Yeah,
and we'll get that one. So I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. Shout out to production.
Right.
Shout out to you. And
Thanks,
everybody quit complaining. We in first place. And Seattle lost.
Way out in first
these guys these guys would go to Disney World and throw ice cream down and tell their mom, I don't want to be here.
or run up and slap Mickey Mouse because you're wearing the wrong clothes.
Right. I mean, enjoy the day, enjoy the moment. Ronbo, bang, bang, land the game, and I'll see you tomorrow.
See you, fam. Have a great night, Shabazz. He wasn't talking to you, the young refugee. He wasn't talking to you, though. Thanks, fam. Night. Let me. Hey, yo, Ellis. Ellis. Last time we played, Miami got smoked. We need to remember that too, Project. Yeah, because that was that game we had. How many people out? What was the quarterback's name that beats everybody? Hey, Jay.
What's up, Ron?
We heard from you long, but since preseason, I think. Jay, what's up?
Man, nothing, Ronbo. You know, loving the win. It's been a great weekend. Just
Well, it's
finally,
come down from last
coming
week.
down.
Last week was a party. But it was having such a good time. And this weekend came in and escaped. I can't even call it. We won, yeah, we get the, but boy, they escaped. Oh my God, But what are your feelings?
Ronbo, I'm excited. Win is a win. We need to just calm down. You know, our defense is one of the best defense in the NFL. So as long as we're gonna be all right. We just can't. We're not making the mistakes. So guess what we're doing? And the NFL is hard. You know what I'm saying? We gotta forget. A lot of us have never played that level, so we gotta understand that. You know, it is the defensive players are getting paid too. You gotta understand.
I
that.
always try to remind people of that. You know, I got to remember the defense is getting paid too. Yeah, good point.
Correct. And you know, we came out there, we did our thing. We made them not even score a point. It was 0. So you know what I'm saying.
And you're right, because they showed character when they absolutely they just squeeze blood out of a nickel. I mean, getting that touchdown and the field goal. We scored 13 points or 10.
Yeah, 13.
Anyway, every last one of them points was hard. Oh, they were hard earned, you know, but they got them, you know, and that's gotta get a little love for that.
A few years, if we got a ball hawk secondary, what we could do?
Bang, Detroit Lions gang.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying, Ronbo?
Yeah, I do.
So that's what I've been saying. Since Talanoa Funga been on this defense, that secondary been. That's what I'm saying. We've been very good. We've been shutting teams out, and he's been balling. And that just lets you know you got to take chances on them young players. Let them see what they could do on the field. You put them out there, let them prove themselves. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that's the only thing I have an issue. Let them young men play to get their experience under their belt, and then we would need them, you know, later on down the line.
Yeah. Because Jordan Mason came in. Somebody's gonna say, well, the Saints quit playing at that point. I don't know. The Saints was the Saints all 4 quarters. It was hardcore tough.
But if they'd have scored, because you know it, in like in the fourth quarter, they was in our red zone
twice,
2 times in our red zone.
Yes.
So if they'd have scored a touchdown, they were still in the game. So you can't sit here and say they just quit. He ran hard, and he ran hard. I watched him. Yeah, so.
And Olave ain't no joke. Boy, that dude, Olave was running on, he was working on Demo. Mooney didn't get a chance to work with him, but boy, Olave, I said, oh my God. And as I say, and Andy Dalton had all day to throw for most of the game, and all he could do is say, Olave, way downfield, wait for him. I said, get some pressure on Dalton, y'all, you know. So,
yeah,
we'll get some pressure next week.
So once we get our boys come back here, I think the early loss is that we were in football shape and football mind that we lost early, but now mid-season. This is what we shine at. Mid-season to the playoff, we shine around that time.
Well, fam, we got to go. Great to hear from you. We got to shine next week, though. But you know what? 49ers offense is embarrassed. I got a feeling we get a showcase next week. So we'll see. All right, fam. I will see you. Hey, good to hear from you again, Jay. I'll be back tomorrow. All right.
Likewise, yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey.
Detroit's worth a penny, probably.
Yeah, you do that so well. I thought, wait a minute. He's coming in talking bad about his team? Ellis, continue. The The young refugees, now he's saying he's hoping, he's rooting for the Eagles. Ellis, have you ever seen anything like that before? I've never seen a 49er fan, no matter what, in front of other 49er fans start rooting for the opposition. That's a first.
For the Eagles.
My God, that is strange. Anyway,
he's
Ellis,
moving with the Kegels.
I know the guy is wow. That's about. I've never seen anybody so shameless.
But I say Kegels right now.
All right, 20-14. Eagles just went up on the Packers. They'll be back though. This game's early.
I think that's I think that's what's his name? My homeboy's burner account. That's what I think that is. Montana. The way that he talks and the kind of shit that he does, I think that's my homeboy.
I hadn't thought about that.
I'm just assuming.
That's a good point. They do have similar style.
This can't be this isn't a newcomer. You know what I mean? He leaves crumbs.
You might be right. Or what's that other guy that used to come in? There was he was a Chiefs fan, and he admitted to us that he was a Chiefs fan, and he was always pretending to be a 49ers fan. Or was he a Rams fan pretending to be a 49ers fan? Anyway, he got exposed. Somebody found out about him. That's what we have with this guy. And the young refugee, don't take him seriously. He's not really a 49er fan. Just ignore him, block him if he gets on your nerves.
Yeah. You guys don't get worked up. It's all big.
Okay.
To believe that a Niner fan will come in here and do that kind of,
in front of other Niner fans, right? I can see if he's doing it somewhere else. No, that's not normal. For even the worst freak, that's not normal. Anyway, hey.
That's the epitome of trolling.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let's give us some of your feelings on this game.
It wasn't an offensively strong game, but again, having the best defense in the NFL, except for on third and short, for what it sounds like, we're close to the last in the league. And on third and short, we give up third downs on third and short. But other than that, we're first class, and overall we're still first.
But don't break.
Yeah, man. The red zone stops, the turnovers, the peanut punches, Fred Warner's becoming a professional. Yeah, Fred Warner's becoming a professional peanut puncher. Talanoa Hufanga is coming through. He ran straight into
that ball,
into what's his name's upper body to knock the ball out. That was pure genius. Yeah, Alvin Kamara. He only had one hand on the ball, and he just ran right into the arm. He had the ball, and it just blasted and knocked it out.
That ball flipping in about 15
coming in, laying the wood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. It looked like it was kicking a field goal. You know what I'm saying? He hit him just so damn hard and knocked the ball so high in the air. It looked like it was punt time or something.
I mean, see Jimmy Ward? Ward didn't know what is that the ball? Jimmy, stop fumbling. It's someone playing volleyball. Catch it. Oh, yeah, God, we got lucky on that play.
Yeah, man. Just really, really great, sound defense. We got to go all the way this year, Ronbo. I don't think we're going to see – I don't believe – I felt like D'Amico was going to keep up and that we were going to, still have a really good defense after Saleh. But I'm feeling like we're not going to have a defense that's just damn good anymore once he's gone.
Yeah,
unless you can pass over the system, and when what's his name comes in, Vic Fangio comes in, and just picks up where he left off, as in D'Amico and his kind of system. Maybe he can kind of incorporate his own little stuff, but
because
he goes
this is
away
what they're
from
good
that
at.
intensity.
Yeah,
and how they gel, how they work together, the communication, the fluidity of the entire defense. I mean, these guys, they're bar none the best defense on the field, the way that they play together.
Absolutely. You don't want to have to learn a whole new defense. Because, Ellis, we got to go. I'm going to tell you what, let's get into this more tomorrow and Victory Monday.
Yeah, a little sad to hear about Elijah Mitchell.
I know. Would you hear anything else? Because They haven't. They give a diagnosis on his knee already.
Something with an something had to do with an MCL. I don't know if that was his knee that he just came back from,
No,
or if it's a re-injured.
I know it's the other leg.
Situation or a brand new injury, but it's not looking too hot.
Oh.
And hopefully Devo can get nice and righteous for the next week. Maybe he's just been cramping in that hand here. But anyway, peace and love, man. Good game, victory to victory. Let's take it and smile, and we got to get ready for the real challenge next week, man.
Yes, indeed. Let's go be one
challenge of the season next week. Peace and love. Hit that like, subscribe, man. You know where you're at. Wipe your feet. Go Niners, man.
There you go. Appreciate you, fam. Holler out to the squad too.
Respect.
Night, fam.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Nah, Dolanite, no, he's not marketing pro. Marketing pro doesn't mind being marketing pro. That dude, I wonder who that really is. So, hey, Raymond.
Aloha, Ronbo. How are you doing?
Wait. They put the wrong name up here, Tony. I'm sorry. Tony from the Blue Waters of Hawaii. It is Tony. I can just remember, book that out. Waters of Hawaii and Tony. Tony, get in here. Give me some more of them Tony stuff.
I'll be honest with you. The moment I saw Cam Jordan was going to be playing in this game against the 49ers, I knew we were in for a little bit closer games than a lot of people were talking about.
Has he not been playing?
They lined him up. He was out. So this game was a lot more competitive than last week's Rams game. That's for darn sure. And it's because all those players on defense came back, and so we didn't get blindsided by them. Kyle Shanahan knew exactly what was going on, and said when they're healthy, they're one of the best defenses in the NFL. And I concur. Look what happened this game. And at the same time, the Niners handled their business. If it wasn't for a few mix-ups on the goal line, Kyle Juszczyk, slipping and falling, causing Jimmy Garoppolo to quickly try to run it in for a touchdown, we would have won this game by a whole lot more. Niners were pretty much in control of this game from the beginning. It's just that defense of the Saints was pretty darn good. Honestly, looking at it now, I think the teams that worry me left on the schedule are the Buccaneers and the Washington Commanders.
Right? The Commanders. I'm more afraid of them than I am the Dolphins. Oh, yes.
Yep. Because of their defensive line. That's the thing, Ronbo. Both the Buccaneers and the Commanders have really good defensive lines.
Yes. And our offensive line
just like with Cam Jordan in there today.
Yeah, our offensive line just can't handle that kind of stuff. And Kyle's got to come up with some new schemes to be able to either get the ball out of the quarterback even faster, or do some rollouts, Kyle, on occasion. Maybe a little bootleg action. How about a little play action? Because you stand under center, they're going to kill him.
They really did. I mean, Brendel let up some pressures up the middle, although I don't think did Jimmy even get sacked in this game? I think he was hurried a lot, but he didn't get sacked, I don't think. So that was really, really good.
I think you're
right.
And
you look at the one big missed play, which was to Christian McCaffrey.
That
was after
shot.
a series where Jimmy he got smacked twice in the face that drive, and then he missed that shot on third down, and they had to punt. That pressure just definitely got to him after getting smacked in the face a couple times, and that's kind of what happened there.
I can't imagine how bad that
all in
hurt.
all, big win. It's a conference win. Niners are now in sole possession of first place in the NFC West. We have the Dolphins, who are no pushover, coming into town next week, but Teron Armstead is hurt next week, which means that Nick Bosa should have a wonderful game next week. And I'm not discounting the Dolphins' speed on the outside, but Niners have a real chance to, I think, have a decisive victory against Mike McDaniel, and Kyle can show everybody who's boss. But,
you know he's going to be looking to do so.
Ronbo. Who's that?
Kyle's going to be looking
Exactly.
Hey, you know what, though, Tony? Did you watch that Dolphin game, though?
What's that?
That's why Tua, he got sacked 3 times in a row. I was doing something else. I said, Jesus Christ. If they're having problems with that today, the Texans are okay. But wait till next week. Oh, my goodness.
Exactly. And Armstead might play next week. If Armstead plays next week, Armstead plays next week, Tua better watch out, because we have the best linebacking core in the NFL between Warner and Alshire and Greenlaw. We got Nicky B. We get Armstead back. Ebukam is back. we're going to come at him in waves again.
Mhm.
Granted, Lenore is going to need to play better. That's my one worry is
And
Yamador
mine
Lenore.
too.
But all in all, Niners are poised for, I think, a decisive victory next week. And this week, against a very, very good Saints defense, Niners handled their business and pitched a shutout. So you know what? I'm excited. This got to win out.
And you have every
Win
right
out.
to be, Tony. Get back in here tomorrow. Let's talk some more about this. Always love to hear from you.
Rock on, Ronbo. Take care.
Tony.
Aloha.
Aloha, fam. See, once we get pumped up talking about it, we can go on for like 20 minutes. All of us. It's just one thing comes after that. It's just we're talking about this game, but we're already talking about the Dolphins. And I think the 49ers are thinking about the Dolphins more than they were the Saints today, too, to some degree. Raymond.
What's up, Ronbo?
I know Ellis is already saying Lenore's going to get cooked next week. You know, Raymond, we don't need to talk about next week yet because I am worried about Demo. I don't know what he going to do, and I don't know what the plan is unless they go double up. We can't double up too much because Waddle's over there. Oh, wait, you can double up on Tyreek, and maybe Tavares can handle. Okay, Raymond, I'm sorry. Go ahead, fam. What do you think about today's game? I'm already planning for next week.
No, you all right. It's your show, Ronbo. You ain't got to be sorry. I appreciate the platform, and I appreciate production. You always got a thought. You do what you want to do. It's your show.
Well, thanks, man.
I sit here and wait to tell production to hold my time.
All right. They did. They just outstarted you. You're on.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I'm all right with the win. You know, I like the offense, how we look against the Cardinals. Because, you know, we on a quest for 6. I ain't worried too much about winning games like these games. I want to win in the playoffs, and all I think about is Buffalo and Kansas City. How can we compete with them? They have Buffalo has a good defense as well. So if we're going to use that as an excuse that we can't score points, more than 13 points, you know, we're not gonna beat those elite teams. And I want that ring. I'm not worried about winning against the Saints with Andy Dalton. You know, I want to beat Jared Allen. I want to beat Josh Allen. I want to beat Patrick Mahomes. I want to beat those people. We got to put up points. That's where I'm at. And the last caller was right. Lemon Yore, he the weakest link on defense. But that's not his fault. You know, we lost a few stars.
Who?
The cornerback.
Demo, yeah.
Yeah, but we lost 2 corners. So that's not his fault that he thrust into that position. But that's my concern on defense.
He's not awful because you only see him every now and then. They don't talk about him when he's doing a good job, but every now and then he gets cooked, and then the spotlight hits him. But you hear about him less than you do Michael McGlinchey. You know.
Well, I don't even like talking about McGlinchey because that's supposed to be Derwin James. So that's y'all pick with that. You know, that's supposed to be Derwin James. Every time I see him mess up, I just get mad.
Hey, what's that guy over in with the Bucks, the big center, or big nose tackle, Vita Vea. You had Derwin. I had Vita Vea that year. Remember, we was going back and forth on that. I said, "Boy, give me a pass rush." And you wanted a cornerback. I said, or Derwin, who could play everything, not just corner.
Derwin could play linebacker. Yeah, he's just a mixed breed. That's why I like Derwin. Yeah. But you know, we got Hufanga. So
somebody wanted McGlinchey.
Time goes on, but every time I see McGlinchey, I just be like, "Bruh, stop playing, man." But you know, I'm not with the regular season. I like regular season wins. It's always good to go.
Well, you got to have
the next Monday. If you're happy that you win, you got to have the wins. But again, I'm like 13 points, man. You know, Buffalo is out there in the AFC. We trying to win this chip. I'm trying to get quest for 6. We need 6 rings. So the offense need to put together the same type of offense they put up against the Cardinals.
Yeah,
we got to do it more consistent.
But you know what? Ain't going to be no more weeks where we ain't got but one day of practice. And if actually may have affected them, I ain't going to give them that excuse totally because they've been playing for 12 weeks. Well, come on, y'all. Y'all can do better than that.
Maybe Kyle want to unroll out some things because he's probably thinking about the Dolphins, too. He want to beat that Mike McDaniels guy.
I know, right?
Maybe he was holding back a little bit.
Because he heard what everybody's saying. And then you got we got Mostert and Wilson over there mad as hell. They're just talking it up. All right. So here we go.
I just tapped in with you to give my 2 cents. I'm cool.
I'm cool with the win, but again, we
We
play
gotta do
Andy
better, man.
Dalton.
Yeah, that's it. So we got to do better. Raymond, always appreciate you, fam. I'm gonna tell you what. I'll be back tomorrow looking for you. I hope you got some time for us.
All right, Ronbo, man. Salute to the Empire, man. We out here. We whooping asses, taking
Indeed.
names. Let's go. Go
Thanks,
Niners.
fam. Nine, Raymond. Well, Raymond, man, we go all the way back to 20, what? My God, 15, 14. Yeah, who's Tom Sula? Jimmy T, Chip Kelly. You know, it's tied up. Now, see, this is why I'm saying ain't no team in the NFL that can't get an ass whooping. We almost got one. It's 20 up. The Packers and Eagles. Hey, Brian.
With us maintaining third place in the NFC, the law says know your role and shut your mouth.
Did Gene D
What's up,
leave?
Ronbo?
The law just came in. I want him to hear all of this. Gene D is a Hawks fan, likes to come around here. Gene feels that his team will still win the NFC West. Don't you love it?
give me some of that. Give me some of that. He's smoking.
I'll eat some of it. I want to buy a whole kilo. That must be some good stuff.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Back up the truck. Back up the truck.
Brian, give me some
Ronbo.
assessments from this game,
All
man,
right.
because we got away today. We still got the W, but my God, that was frightening.
Man, hey, Ronbo. Before I do that, we gotta take care of a little business first. Hey,
all right.
As of my birthday was Friday.
Oh yeah.
I need a song, Ronbo.
You can get it. Let's get that best adult dating site out of here first, though. Time
Okay.
I don't know why. Why do they think that we're interested in the best adult dating site? Do we sound well? Except for the young refugee, he probably has some issues and he might want to be getting into that. But I don't know why we have to keep coming over here with that. Okay, it's Brian. It's the law's birthday. Happy, wonderful Sunday winning time birthday for Brian. Happy Niners birthday. We'll take it whatever way we can get. Just like Brian's going to take this song. Happy. Birthday to the law.
Ronbo, you off the chain, man. You off the chain.
You know, I remember as a kid I was loud and obnoxious. I'm like, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. And my mom said, do you know what? You're too loud. I've always been loud. You too loud. And listen, a noise, an empty wagon makes a lot of noise. I want you to stop it.
That's right. Yeah,
I never,
that's right.
I never knew what she meant until I got a little older. Oh, okay.
Hey,
Brian!
but Ronbo, hey, sometimes victory ain't always pretty.
You know what I'm saying?
You know that, right?
That one definitely wasn't.
It ain't always pretty. We got to be able to win the tough ones as well as we win the smooth ones. So I think
like you're saying, and then you look at the Eagles and Packers right now. The Eagles have been toasted as like the baddest boys. They're struggling to beat the Packers. So you know what? Any given Sunday is real.
Mm-hmm. I think this will be ready. And Ronbo, I'm gonna blame this on being that we had the short week, being that we was in Mexico Monday night, and we did. I think they didn't practice until like what, Friday or something like that.
Yeah, because Monday night
padded
come
practice.
back, take Tuesday off. Wednesday,
Yeah.
I don't know. They maybe walk through. You're right. They didn't practice a lot this week, and it looked like it too. You know what, Brian, worries me though? The offensive line, that wasn't lack of practice. That was just wimpiness. They were so weak. I don't know, man. Let's see what they look like next week. Because I've been talking about how good that offensive line is all season, and today, please, don't hurt me. What's wrong with you guys? Hey.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them a pass. I'm gonna give them a pass on that because this is our second, this is our second victory. This is our second victory. Coming in a short week, and
Yeah.
the defense is playing lights out.
I know, right?
They are
killing
Ronbo. I'm gonna tell you now, the DC, what's his name?
D'Amico?
DeMarco.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone.
Ronbo,
So we can start talking to whoever's going to replace him now.
This defense is playing better than the 2019 defense. Would you agree? Would you agree?
Oh, hell yes. You know what? They got a little more polish because they've been together a little longer, but they're still, I mean, they're on it. The P's and Q's, they're crossing the T's, dotting the I's. They don't make a lot of goofy mistakes. And if they do get beat, you have to be damn good to do it. They make
And no
it work.
slow Sherm.
Well, Sherm is one of the reasons why we lost the Super Bowl. I mean, everybody blames it all Jimmy, but there were some defensive mistakes made toward the end. So, but
yeah,
I think they're better.
But if I had game balls, Ronbo, one will go to Jennings.
Yeah, of course, everybody got Jennings. And
then of course the defense,
Yeah. Because Hufanga, Hufanga and Fred did the Hufanga Fred. If you're going to depend on anybody every week, Hufanga and Fred, boy, and Dre Greenlaw, usually.
Yeah.
But between them three. And Nick, if they stop holding him, Nick would be having 15 sacks by now. My God.
Yeah.
He'll be on track next week, though. I'm looking for a better performance offensively next week. Like you said, 1 week, 1 day of practice. Maybe they needed more. We'll see.
Yeah. And they need to play that running back too. That young running back,
Jordan Mason. He looks sharp.
They need to play him. He need to be in the He need to be in the rotation.
He might have to be next week, no doubt about it, because they cannot run McCaffrey to death, like I think Kyle might plan on doing. So.
Right.
And TDP will be back in next week too to be the third guy, so we'll be all right. I really wish we had Mitchell.
Yeah.
Mitchell's a bad boy. God.
When is Armstead coming back?
Armstead possibly next week, but we said that this week. We'll see.
Right, yeah.
All right, fam. Good hearing. I'll talk to you tomorrow. We go a little longer, all right?
All right, Ronbo. Shout out to you. Shout out to the faithful. Shout out to production. And since I got my birthday song, Ronbo, the law is out.
And you're so welcome. You know I love it. Have a great night, fam.
All right, there, Ronbo. Let me watch Green Bay get off in these Eagles' ass.
I know. 5:48 left. 2020. All right, fam. Hey yo, Hayden.
All right, Ronbo. All
right. Night. Hayden.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hayden, come on in, man. You know we haven't heard from you in a long time. It was rough tonight. It was like, man, can we please survive this game?
So who on the offensive line who I haven't liked for a long time, and his number 69. So can we just I don't know, McGlinchey, I don't know. At least he's not vegan anymore.
Is that right? He was at one time. I mean, he thinks he's got to do everything Joe Staley. Joe Staley retired, Michael. Eat. Oh.
I know. Like he looked like a tight end when he turned me. It's like, eat some more cheeseburgers,
And he got treated like one too. You know? My God. When I saw Mike McGlinchey laying down by Jimmy's feet because somebody just cold cocked him, I said, is that 69 on the ground? That's Mike. Mike.
I don't know about. Okay, listen, Rama. Sorry, I don't know about next week because, remember, a couple years ago, we went against Ryan Fitzmagic. We went against Ryan Fitzmagic, and Matt Breida was on that team, and let's just say it wasn't a fun day.
Well, you know what?
So
a lot's changed since then.
And Jeff Wilson Jr.'s there.
I know that's even worse.
And Mike McDaniel's the guy who wrote all of our plays, pretty much, basically.
And Raheem Mostert and Hayden. Mostert and Wilson are both pissed off. They went into an interview, and they talked about the 49ers. They don't appreciate how they were treated. They didn't appreciate the fact that they were moved in the fashion they were. And then they said, we're on a better team now, and we're in a better place, and we at least we got a quarterback that can sling it.
Yeah, but they'll all say that. Besides the small amount of players, but let's say I don't know, Tyreek Hill when he got traded, he was like, Tua has a better arm than Mahomes.
Oh, I know that's true. You got to
Sure,
say
bud.
that. I forgot about that.
Sure. Mahomes.
Freak.
Tua has a better arm than Mahomes. Okay, bud. I want to know what you're thinking because I want that.
I don't know what made Tyreek. Everybody talked about Tyreek after he said that. Tyreek, calm down, Tyreek. I mean, no, he is not better than Mahomes. I can't believe he said that.
At all, but
the thing is, Mahomes made Tyreek famous. How you go talk? You know, what are you doing?
Okay, now, but here's the good part, okay? Our defense, we're going to get an interception, okay? Because our defense just always finds a way how to get that ball. Or, okay, so watch out for, like you said earlier, Fred Warner and Hufanga. They're always doing something. And I'm hoping Ward can have a breakout game, Javarius Ward. Because he's been, well, not getting burnt, but like against Hopkins, he kind of got burnt in the first half.
I know that one was really nasty. Was that Olave or who was that smoked him down that left side? I said, oh my God, Jimmy, you're so out of position to make that play. Wow.
Well, because like I think he's still battling an injury ever since I forgot if it was a hamstring.
Did he have a hamstring? I know his arm or his hand. He broke a finger.
Oh God, Ronbo, my heart dropped when Jimmy Garoppolo fell to the ground and was like in pain, floating.
Because no matter what anybody thinks about him, for whatever reason, if he's on the field, our chances of winning are probably at least 70 versus 30%.
Yeah.
So,
no matter what his play is, if people don't like it or not, we win games with him, and the team loves him. And if you throw in Mr. Irrelevant Brock Purdy,
the whole team will become irrelevant. You know? God.
No, but like it kind of looks like when he got injured against the Jets. It kind of looked like that. I was like, oh God, because then So I hope we don't hear Jimmy Garoppolo questionable for next week thing, because after that he was still limping around, which I
it's gonna be sore because they took a shot. Because Jimmy's only had 2 bad games this year. The one against the Broncos and then this one. So I still think
played bad. That whole Broncos game was a mess. It was just defense. Russell Wilson played bad. Both offenses played terrible that game. Like I kind of expected it because I feel like not the Niners don't overlook teams, but I think they're worrying about the Dolphins.
Dolphins, I know, right?
So I don't know.
Well, they don't have to worry about them anymore because that's next week. Hey, we're gonna go because you know how we do after the game. Hayden, get back in here tomorrow. Yeah, sure. We're looking for you. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, all right.
Night, Hayden. Hey, Tony. I didn't see Tony's. Let me see Tony's scores down here. Tony, how'd you guys do today? Come on in. Oh, this is a bye week for the Falcons. Bears, Packers, Eagles, Titans. What is this? I'm at the wrong schedule. Tony, can you hear me? Tony's opposed right now. Let's go back to Tony. Hey, Steven! The chart. Jimmy got to stop throwing picks. By the way, let me address that. Jimmy's thrown 4 picks this year. We've played 12 weeks. Don't start with the Jimmy throwing picks. Please, guys, give me a break on that. Hey, Steven.
What's up, Ronbo?
Steven, man, this game was so bad. But the defense.
It was an ugly win.
It was nasty. What are you thinking?
Oh, well, you know what? I got to say, Saints defense, for what it's worth, I got to give them credit where it's due. The defensive side on the Saints aspect is actually pretty solid. I mean, you have Tyron Matthew, you have, you have Contavious Street, one of our vicious guys who used to be on our team. Who else do you have on there? You got quite a couple of people
Cameron Jordan,
weren't there before.
Tyron Matthew. They got some other guys over there that the only guy that was missing from the stud service is Lattimore. My God, they were tough.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give them credit where it's due. I'm gonna call it like it is. The Saints defense, when it's healthy, is nasty. That's how they, that's how they have the record they have now.
Yep.
Now,
The offense is
I
terrible.
will say this, too. The 49ers offense did, I'll be real with you, terrible. Had that ball not have been tipped and Juwan Jennings not have been in the right place,
That's
the score probably would have been.
That's an INT. That's what it would have been 2 on the day.
Yeah, it easily the score could have been completely different. I mean, really,
Stephen, I had them winning had they not goofed up. They screwed up on flags and just stupid plays. I see the Saints. I said, that's why you guys lose. You shoot yourself in the foot worse than the 49ers used to do. Oh.
And how many penalties, how many PIs did we get called in total the entire game?
And help them, and we helped them, right? At least 2 that I remember.
We gave them everything.
And then Nick went over there and blasted, what's his name? 15 yards more. We moved him right up to the goal line, and they still screwed up. Oh!
We gave them the ball in our home, and they still couldn't put it through. I mean, really, the game ball, Ronbo, the game ball goes to Hufanga, and I'm going to go ahead and give the game ball to – I'm going to give it to Jimmy, too, because he didn't do a terrible job. Jimmy actually is playing like Jimmy. Even when he got hit in the knee, which I thought was kind of scary, Jimmy G still kind of held true to where he was still playing. Still throwing passes, still throwing dimes. I'll give it to him. I'll give him the game ball for that.
Well, I wish he would have
man, that offense.
CMC, that would have been nice, but yeah. It wasn't awful, but he wasn't good as he was last week. I mean, if he played against like he did Cardinals, if I can get a couple more Cardinal games out of him this year, I'll be the happiest guy on the planet. Oh, my God.
And can we talk about how everyone's talking about how he's only thrown 4 interceptions this year? How many interceptions has he thrown last year and the year before that?
I know, right?
Because
that's why I saw somebody say, if Jimmy's got to stop throwing interceptions, don't start. 4 interceptions in 12 weeks.
Ronbo. He's only thrown 4. He's only thrown 4, and we're on week 12. We're on week 12 of the season, and he's only thrown 4? That's phenomenal. As a QB, that's a super low stat.
That's better than most quarterbacks around the NFL. I mean, you look around the league. Most guys are way above that. If they're not Stafford and Josh Allen like, but they're still up there. I mean, I think Aaron Rodgers threw a pick earlier in this game, from what I understand. So
yes, he did.
People give Jimmy way too much grief for a pick. Happens.
It's because he ain't got a Super Bowl. Well, he's got a Super Bowl ring, but he got it by
not
participating,
participating,
not by actually taking part. Yeah, so that's why he gets a bad rap. But in reality, I like what I saw in Jordan Mason. That was real nice. I mean, really, the guy hits like a damn bulldozer.
Next week.
And oh boy, who do we have to resign this year? Isn't it Brandon Ayuk?
Not yet. Nick Bosa.
No.
Yeah, that's going to cost
Nick
money.
Bosa, yeah, we definitely. Yeah, it's going to cost us money. I mean, he was going to go an entire game without getting a single sack, and he finally got one.
You can tell he was relieved, too. They've been holding him all game like they always do. Stephen, we know what we do after the game. Let me see you in Rome tomorrow, okay?
All right, Ronbo. Have a good night.
You too. And 2020 Eagles-Packers. All right. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Any given Sunday. Defenses get paid, too. Hey, Frank. Oh, Frank. Oh, Frankie Frank. Hey, we get the DTs. Donut and Tanisha. We get a donut, Tanisha.
Mm-hmm. What's going on? What's going on?
Oh,
we sitting here
having. Hey, well, we sit here having church services because we feel like we got blessed.
Since we're in church service right now, let me go ahead and put on this wig and put my cape on
right pick up Reverend Donut.
As we step into it. I say, let the congregation say yes.
Yes.
Say yes.
Yes.
I say the 40 got to win. That's like everything like a $100 bid. Can I get a yes?
Oh,
Can
yes.
I get a You know, Nick Bosa, the defense did their thing. That's why we shut the motherfucking shutout 4th game in a row. Can I get another yes?
Yes.
Can I get a yes?
Yes.
Say Thanksgiving must have been good because all the food must have been lovely, and they all stayed home. That's why we got a shutout win for the nice win, everybody. And no more yes, and as I pass the hat around, we'll take our offerings today.
You know, it's a church of what's happening now. Reverend Donut in the house, and the head of the congregation. Everybody should have experience of going to a black church at least once. I mean, everybody. And watch that congregation plate. Let me show you how to do that congregation plate. When you see the plate, act like, oh, thank you very much, brother Donut. Thank you very much. All right. And then just say, thank you, brother, sister Aline. You know, pass it on. You got to keep that plate moving. The Rev will soak you for every dime you brought to church today will go towards the church, and Lord will bless you. Donut, give me some offers on this game.
Hey man, there's no complaints on this game today. It was 13-0. You understand me? I'll take that win. That win was not ugly at all. That win was beautiful. Because if we score 13 and the other team score nothing, and I mean nothing, and I mean
nothing.
You know what I'm saying? What is that complaint about, Mr. Ronbo? You understand me? The defense did their thing. You know, shut down everybody on their offense. Tyson Hill tried, but he was unsuccessful. The Red Robin tried, but he was unsuccessful. And Mr. We'll meet again, Mr. Albert Kamara, Mr. Fumble Kamara, who fumbled twice. Thank you very much for those early Christmas gifts. We'll take them, man.
Unsuccessful.
Hey, Donut, you know what's going on with Kamara? It's that it's coming around to get him. You know, karma. You know how he beat that man almost to death? I still can't get over that photo. They showed the dude after Alvin beat his ass, and oh my God, he didn't. Can you recognize his face as looking like a face? It just looks like meat. Ooh, he beat that man.
Hey, Kamara, you can't do that with people with face masks on, huh?
Woo, God. Well, you know, I'm just glad we got that W. And you know about the Seahawks. It's a wonderful day.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Wonderful day in the neighborhood. Would you be mine? Arizona Cardinals lost, and so did the Rams lost too. Would you be mine?
Where is Rudy?
Where is fucking the pro and ready to blow? Would you be my friend? Would you be mine? Rams fans, where y'all at, player?
They're so impolite. They won't even come by and say hi. If they do come by and say hi, they say something rude and they keep on going. Now they got he used to be the young Montana. Now we call him the young refugee because he ain't no team member. He ain't no team member of ours. He ain't no part of our family. So we call him a young. He's in there now. He's taking up the role of the Rams fans. He's rooting for every other team and supporting every player and hoping something bad happens to Jimmy constantly. The dude is just you. God, he's just yuck.
Oh, man, you know, we checking out this Sunday night game. You know, Aaron Rodgers, they trying to hold on, man, to the Mr. Hurts and them. And for those of y'all who ain't watched the game, I think we're the biggest threat in the NFL against Philly because that boy Hurts been sacked not once but twice so far tonight. Yeah.
They got him last week a couple of times, too. I thought he was unsackable.
Oh, yeah. Hey. Some people do good and slide at the end, and some people do bad and do good at the end. And so far, that is us because we're going to run this table, y'all. Like I say, stay faithful. Hey. Like my man Shabazz and Big Show say, stay faithful. Like my lady Tanisha said, stay faithful.
Stay faithful. Don't
there you go. I'm telling you what. I tell you what. No, y'all may be the most loved couple in the Niner Empire. I'm telling you right now. Y'all have a good night. I'll be back tomorrow looking for y'all again. Donut and Tanisha Show.
Yeah. And before we go, let me go ahead and take this victory. Wait. We just want to say good night to y'all, Mother Duck Pluckers.
Put it in the air for y'all. All y'all faithful, enjoy what you get. Be safe.
There you go. Y'all have a great night. It's gonna get better too between now and next weekend. All right, fam.
See you tomorrow, Ronbo.
Love you,
sure. Looking forward.
Don't forget to wipe your feet. And don't forget to wash your dish if you're eating.
That's right. Sick of picking up
And we
dishes
out.
and no names on them. Night, fam. Clarence Molina says, gut check win. Offense not as sharp. Defense lights out. Rest up, heal up for Dolphins. Shout out to Third and Juwan and Huff. Pay Bosa, whatever. Damn right, boy, that dude, man. Eric Armstead, please tell us you're coming back next week. Hey, Tony. Tony. Tony might be tied up. Hey, let's see if Frank is. Hey, Frank, are you available, Frank? Frankie.
Ronbo.
Yeah. Hey, Frank, come on in, Frank. I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here thinking, I feel so lucky and blessed to get that win. But what are you thinking?
The defense played lights out.
And perfect timing on them plays. Popping that ball out. I mean, the Saints was right there ready to score. Oh, no! The 49ers take that ball away from him. Yes!
Also, I like when offense ain't do much. I like what I'm saying from Jimmy, man, and I really give Brian Greasy a lot of credit, man. That quarterback coach, man, he really working with Jimmy, man, like really working, and it's translating on the field. We can see, right there.
Wasn't his best game today,
Jimmy
but
ain't doing it.
Still,
he ain't
terrible.
but he normally little stuff he normally do. You know what I'm saying? The mistakes he normally make, he don't make.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. So I see the difference. I see that he learning, and you know what I'm saying? It's translating on the field. So I give a lot of credit to Brian Grease, man. That was a nice little sneaky hire we did, man, to work with Garoppolo. So I mean, a win is a win. It's not gonna always be pretty.
Boy,
what I'm saying?
It wasn't.
And we gotta get Saints. Saints got a heck of a defense. They just don't have.
I didn't even know.
They got
Frank.
a heck of a defense. They got a heck of a defense.
Those pulverized
They ain't
offensive line.
They ain't no quarterback. Hey, they got a heck of a defense.
Boy, they get an
offense.
offense.
Ain't no quarterback. So
yeah, they had an offense. They'd be scary.
I'll take it. I'm bad. Ronbo was a true one, but I take it. I take the W however it come, man. So. The little stuff we can, we'll go back, watch some film, and little stuff we can work on that we need to clean up, but take the W as it comes, all the offense wasn't clicking, defense stuff was vice versa. Defense,
well, they did too.
Having a little slouch, then, offense need to pick it up. So,
Frank, that's a sign, of a winning team. Whatever.
Yeah, that's a sign of a winning team.
Yeah.
Man, all I'm saying, you gotta get the W how you can get the W. So, I ain't mad, I ain't complaining, man. I love what we headed at, one game at a time. Saints behind us now, focus on Miami. So I'm done talking about the Saints. Focus on Miami. Let's get ready to game plan and figure out how we're going to stop these two.
Waddle
hopefully D'Amico Ryan got a
Tyreek.
Tyreek. Yeah, you got to put double coverage on Tyreek. Make sure
and get some pressure on Tua. Yeah, that's what I'm
I think we're better to do it, though. I ain't nervous of them, We just got to play our game and, and just try to get pressure on Tua. But that's all I got for tonight, Ron. But I know
all right.
all the faithful call there, man.
And appreciate doing that, Frank. I'll be back tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah.
And let's continue.
I'll be on tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Love you, Ron. Love you, faithful,
back,
man. Everybody have a safe and blessed night.
You
See
too.
you tomorrow.
Night, Frank. There goes Frank. And it's Shania. Oh, I keep putting the wrong name up. B-Ham, I didn't mean to call you that. B-Ham.
Ronbo. Talk to me, baby boy.
I got bad news on the Eagles. Just went up 27-20 on the Packers. But you know what? That the Eagles can't stop the Packers is a good sign for us. Because if they can't stop the Packers, then, because the Packers is having a lot of trouble, I'm looking forward to playing them. BM, talk to me about this game we just escaped. I call it escape because we just won that on heart, soul, and grit. What are you thinking?
I'll tell you like this, Ronbo. I got a buddy who was
Wait. You're fading on me, fam. I can't hear you.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Now it's better. Yes, go ahead.
I got a buddy that just cheers Jalen Hurts on. So I want him to do good till we face him, and then we can beat him up. And even though he went to Alabama, yeah. I just want our team to be the team to take him down.
Yes, indeed.
Same way we took his Cowboys down last year. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
It's like this right here, Ronbo. I didn't call in, the other day. I told you I wanted us to play 2 gritty games before we played those Dolphins. Don't get me wrong. The Saints really didn't have anything to play for, other than moral victory.
It was hanging loose, wasn't it?
So you ought to know that they was gonna do everything they could to either try to hurt some players or just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do something to get the win.
We'll take over.
Yeah, I don't know. Did Jimmy throw a pick? Because for a minute I had to go to the hospital.
He threw one, but it was a flag. And he threw one that got over the fingertips of Tyrann Mathieu and fell into the hands of JJ. Go ahead.
I told you once before, we're our own worst critics. Now, you got everybody, and I love the 49ers. I love some of the people that come on here. But we got everybody come on here, bitch and complain every fucking week about what Jimmy Garoppolo do. Do they really want us to go back to when we was 2-16? 2-14? Because I don't want to face them times no more.
I do not either.
He ain't the best quarterback, but he is our quarterback that we got right now.
And like you said,
what you get out of Trey Lance. Everybody wanted to say we got Trey Lance hurt, but the tape speaks for itself. If you go back and watch Trey Lance college tape, the only thing he did was ran the ball up the middle. I told you that when it came time to draft him, I would have rather had Justin Fields.
I saw that tape that you're talking about. I didn't take that tape seriously, but now Kyle did.
Man,
that's all Kyle lets him do.
Hey man, listen. I watched a couple of games, and that's all that he did was ran up the middle. He was a run first quarterback. That's why everybody kept saying, "Oh, we're getting a Colin Kaepernick 2.0." We don't need that shit. We need somebody who can throw the ball, who can deliver it, who can put it right where it needs to be. Today, maybe wasn't the prettiest. You know what I'm saying? The Saints, defense travel. Defense travel.
Don't it?
They had some of their players back. Defense travel. Either way it go, their offense didn't travel with them.
Oh, I didn't see
we
that
got
coming.
to win.
Oh, they scared
and
me so bad.
The best thing about today, Ronbo, the Rams lost, the Cardinals lost, and them goddamn sea chickens.
They lost in dramatic fashion,
you know what I'm saying? So, hey, at the end of the day, we need to stop complaining. We need to be happy about the dub we got. This is the National Football League. It don't come easy. It don't. Everybody is a pro. And if it was just that easy, a lot of the people that come on here and talk will be trying out for the league as a walk-on. But it don't come easy like that.
But get a load of this. The guard says Cap had a big arm, though. But you know what? Lance has a big arm, too. You can't just have a big arm, though. You need to be a quarterback. Needs to know
how to throw that ball.
Yeah, because in the beginning, remember, he was throwing it too hard.
Be able to have touch, be able to make touch passes. And it was kind of strange. It was kind of strange the first couple of games. Even in the Seattle game, it wasn't raining, but we wasn't letting him throw the ball that much. So
I know. So I think how people always say
people got to open their eyes to see.
Yeah, because everybody says, Kyle don't trust Jimmy. I started to wonder, well, Kyle, how come you won't let him throw the ball?
I won't say that because when we had Marquise Goodwin, we used to throw it long. He just didn't used to come up with it all the time. But you know what I'm saying?
Marquise is doing a good job, though, with the Hawks. Last time I watched him, I don't know what he did today, but I saw him catch a couple of long balls, a couple of games I've watched. That's Marquise Goodwin. I thought he quit.
Yeah, I thought he had gave it up after he had his kid, but apparently he didn't. He wanted to keep playing. He got his children, so hey, I'm happy for him.
Yeah, I am too. BM, we got to go. But listen, I tell you what, BM, get on here tomorrow, and I'll be looking for you so we go a little bit longer.
All right, Ronbo, man, you be easy, man. Let's go Niners. Let me get a shout out, Ronbo. We 7-4, and we looking for a number 8. That right?
Yeah, we definitely looking for it. I love when you say be easy. That reminds me of Louisiana. We can dedicate that to the Big Easy. 9 p.m.
Hey, you're right, Rumble, man. I'll holler at you tomorrow.
Looking forward to it. Hey, Chip.
Ooh la la. Ooh la la la.
Well, Chip, I think we just got our 7th win. Or was that 6?
Yeah,
that was our 7th win. Yes, we're 7-4.
7-4, dog.
Yeah, I can't wait to be 8-4.
Yeah,
Can we
man.
do it? We'll talk about that later. But yeah, Chip, your feelings on this game?
We can do it. We can do it, man.
I think so.
I think it was a good game, man. I think the offense played a little ugly.
Terribly.
You know, they that defense. New Orleans got good defense, man.
I found out about that.
I didn't know.
I was wondering why they've been losing games. I thought it was a whole team effort of being bad. Oh, no, they had people out, and they all came back for this particular game. I said, really?
Had a bunch of dudes come back, yeah.
Oh, they came back.
Yeah, it was a good game, man. I thought Honey Badger was going to break our hearts, and he almost caught that one-hander on Jennings.
He's too short. Or else he makes that play.
Was a good game, though.
See, but he's a very good. We're talking about a Pro Bowl safety. Was he out?
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah, he'd been out. Yeah,
he was all over the field too.
Yeah, he's always been good, dude. When he played for Arizona, he was good.
And you know who he wanted to play? Chip, you know who he wanted to play for?
With the Niners.
Yeah, he did.
The Niners. Yeah, I wish he would have, man. But shoot, our freaking defense, they came in. Man.
They were special.
I'm glad I took my high blood pressure before the game, dude.
Good move. Because that game was definitely stressful.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. I had to go and, get my mind right a couple times in between.
And Chip, the funniest thing was
commercial break.
Is we kept giving them all kind of chances. The 49ers gave them all kind of chances. Andy Dalton was under little to no pressure all game long, except for 2 or 3, 4 times. And they kept getting plenty of time to throw the ball. And that shows you how bad their offense really is. It is really awful.
No,
49ers did everything they could to get that game.
They kept dropping the easy one. They had like a few ones that hit them right in the face mask and they dropped it.
No. Or they got a penalty.
Face mask, bro.
How many PIs did we get today?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Too many to count, bro.
Sent them way downfield, set them up pretty.
Yeah.
And they still screwed up.
Yeah.
Oh, our defense had a lot to do with it, but still, y'all right there in the end zone.
Yeah, it was that one that had offsetting penalties, man. I thought we were going to get a safety on that one.
Yes, I was so grateful.
I was yelling at the TV, but it didn't listen to me.
The one, did we do that pick? The offsetting? Was that the offsetting? Yes. Oh.
Yeah. When they almost got a safety, the Niners, and then they got a PI down the field.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, they would have been right up against the goal line again for the 5th time during the game.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a face mask and then a PI on that. Oh my God, come on.
They missed the face mask. Remember that dude grabbed Ayuk's face mask and held him past the 5-yard line? Or the 5 yards beyond the line of scrimmage?
Yeah.
No flag.
Oh, yeah, no, that one wasn't seen.
Oh, that's fine.
But I think we'll be all right next week, man.
Yeah, this is just I think so, too. The 49ers weren't focused like they needed to be during the week. It was a party in Mexico, and they came back, and I guess they didn't realize, y'all better be ready to play. The Saints will beat your ass.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I've been thinking about that all week, man. I hope it's not a trap game and this and that. And, they pulled it off, man.
They did.
They pulled it off, man.
Chip, we go short after
every time they would All right, cool, man. Give me a shout out, man.
You got it. Man, Chip, get back in tomorrow, man. We're looking for you on Victory Monday.
All right, brother.
All right, fam.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.
Yeah.
And we go back and check on Tony again and see if Tony's available. Tony's probably watching that game. Yeah, Tony's wrapped up in that game probably. Because, I was thinking Tony's not worried about Philly. Tony's probably worried about the Falcons. I don't know what their record is, but if Brady can the Bucs can keep losing, wouldn't it be funny if the Bucs finally found their way out of the playoff situation? And Jimmy, who would I'm telling you, fam, I'm telling you right now, expect an epic game from Jimmy Garoppolo because Brady's going to come out there. But Jimmy was underneath his feet the whole time and would love nothing better. I already got that pictured. So get past the Dolphins and then come on in. Tom, Bay Area boy. Fam, go get something to eat. I'm going to eat. It's a victory dinner. Oh. Ooh la la. Fam, thanks for the contribution tonight. Always appreciate you know this. Please subscribe. We're nothing but a party group, except the young refugee. His name, he goes by the name Young Montana for reasons unknown. Ignore him. The rest of the crew was fun, fun, fun. I shall see you. Hey, the like. I'll see you tomorrow for Victory Monday. Oh, I love doing that.